lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More, across from Del Rey to Publix.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. If it concerns your community, you'll hear about it on News Talk 93.1. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
I have a sad story to tell you. It may hurt your feelings a bit. Last night when I walked into my bathroom, I stepped in a big pile of shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. I think I'll break off with my girlfriend. Her antics are queer, I'll admit. Each time I say, darling, I love you, she tells me that I'm full of shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. Our baby fell out of the window. You think that her head would be split, but good luck was with her that morning. She fell in a barrel of shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. An old lady died in a bathtub. She died from a terrible fit. In order to fulfill her wishes, she was buried in 6 feet of shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. When I was in France with the army, one day I looked into my kit. I thought I would find me a sandwich, but the darn thing was loaded with shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. And now, folks, my story is ended. I think it is time I should quit. If any of you feel offended, stick your head in a barrel of shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen.
It's happy hour, come gather round. Greg and Pamela break it all down. Talking politics and the whacked out world. Every headline makes the chaos swirl. It's time for a smoke break.
Yeah.
David drops in Monday and Thursday on Happy Hour. Master Thespian steals Tuesday spotlight on Happy Hour. Eddie stops by on Friday with some snacks on Happy Hour. Laugh a little louder while the whole world's hanging out in the chat will change your world on Happy Hour. On Happy Hour. Oh, on Happy Hour. On Happy Hour. On Happy Hour.
Calling all stations. Clear the air lanes. Clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
It is the big broadcast. Happy Hour. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV. And she's here.
I'm here.
She is here, Pamela. It's so good to see you. And it's raining like hell outside. That's our top story.
And here they are.
Some smattering of applause. It's fake, but it feels good. Mm-hmm. We may get a traffic update in here sooner than later so that we can stay ahead of the wrecks out there.
Skywatch looking good. Light to moderate traffic flow.
Okay.
But it did just start raining, so, people are about to get crazy.
Yesterday yesterday was kind of amazing because we had this actual rainy day. From the time I left the house till I got here and got home, the rain stayed steady at the same pace with no let up. It wasn't a flooding kind of thing, would have been a great day to actually be home and just enjoying
Just listening
the sound.
to the rain.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
I like to sit on the porch and just listen to the rain.
Are you wanting coffee this afternoon?
No, I've had so much caffeine today.
You know what I did
Jazzed.
today? And to celebrate your being here,
What?
I stopped for a bag of ice so there would be ice down Diet Cokes.
I can't even handle one. I know it. I don't think I've eaten since this morning. So having more caffeine would not be good.
Who's going to volunteer to bring this woman some good food? You gotta eat. See, this is where I get to play the role that I have. I think the one thing I've done in my life pretty good, and that's be the dad in the room. When
I
there's-
just get busy at work and I don't block a lunch off for myself because I'm like, well, if I finish up around 2, then surely I'll, grab something to eat or whatever. And
you
then
look
I just
amazing.
don't.
You're fully recovered from your surgery and all that.
Yeah, but I still have to have the stent removal. And
Oh.
I have had some pretty bad spasms and pains and I don't know what it's from. I guess I just have to be really careful about what I eat now.
That's
Because my pancreas is an angry little organ after that.
we have our first listener event in a long time
I
tomorrow night.
know.
Smoky Notes. Hope you'll be there. Great food, great barbecue. We'll run down the menu a little bit later. Looking forward to that. I got a notification, speaking of restaurants, that Baumhauer's in Millbrook is now hiring people.
Ooh, exciting.
So that is close at hand. And yes, we will be involved in that. And let me check the market. The market was up good this morning, down at noon. And now it's back up again because I guess there was some optimistic developments with Iran. That's what it's really all about. Have you seen gas prices come down a little bit at places you pass?
Yes, because they were up to $4.19 and then I've seen them down, around $4.05. It just,
Still too high.
it's very high.
And I think a lot of these polling disaster numbers they're throwing at Trump really are just an expression of frustration, largely because it's taken longer than he originally said it would. But I want to talk about the Texas primaries yesterday because that was just a basket of goodies. Mm-hmm. I mean, David was on yesterday. He said the last polling, he was sure that Paxton would beat the old fart. 35 years in the Senate with 0 accomplishments. That's an accomplishment in itself.
Ugh.
But he ended up winning by 28 points, so it was a slaughter. And we'll see if he's going to be a petulant little bitch and try and throw speed bumps in front of Donald Trump in the agenda. But here's my issue today. Because the headlines in Fox and SRN News and everybody, it's a test to the power of Trump and blah, blah, blah. No, it's not. It is not a test. This is not. They act like, first of all, I don't know what MAGA is. I know it stands for Make America Great Again. It's a slogan. It's not a group. I don't know where MAGA meets. I don't get any emails from MAGA. It's a slogan. And anybody that hates making America great again is an a-hole. Sorry. You want it to be a socialist sewer like Seattle or some other dump? Well, go live there and enjoy it. Or L.A. Oh, and Spencer Pratt. That's actually part of my opening salvo here.
I love Spencer Pratt. I've been on the
He's
Pratt
great.
train since the Malibu fires.
And
Since then. And I love to see that he's running for mayor.
it would not
Doing it for
surprise me
real.
to see him win this. Because he's another Donald Trump. He's a non-politician. That's why we like Donald Trump. He runs the country like a business and does what's best to keep the business thriving.
But he actually went to school for political science.
Trump did?
No, Spencer Pratt.
Oh, he did? Mm-hmm. Well, he must have scored well because he's just hitting one solid note after. Did you see the video where he stenciled Spencer Pratt for mayor on dirty areas with his pressure washer?
Yes.
And the only way to get rid of those
so
is to clean the
smart.
whole thing.
Yeah, because he's talking about cleaning up the streets of all the homeless people and the people that have been bussed in, people who don't want to be there, but they're forced there.
I love the fact they asked him the other day, there's 40,000 homeless people in L.A., and his plan is to send them all to Seattle. because the mayor there will welcome, because the mayor in Seattle is a silly twit. And I'm being kind with that. What is it with voters? You don't look at somebody like the mayor of Seattle. She looks like she's about 17 years old. She's got the big wide eyes and the dreamy socialist face, and she can make eye contact with things that aren't even there. Just like Spanberger in Virginia. What the hell are you people thinking? Voting for somebody like that. Anyway, what Trump, Pratt, and to a lesser extent others have done is open our eyes. We're wise to the game now. Donald Trump isn't your enemy. We are. We, the people, are. We've had it with excuses. And the one thing that a lot of these rhinos and others are going to regret, and maybe a few Democrats, because they know it's the right thing to do, but they're terrified of that freak that runs the party now, Hakeem Jeffries or whoever. Does it really? They're all one and the same. They can't take an 80-20 issue and make it happen. And the question is, why? And you don't have a good answer for that. Don't tell me that it's going to inconvenience pregnant women or that black people are too dumb to figure out how to get an ID. All of that's garbage. That's more leftist ideology, insulting the people they claim to love and protect. It's so insulting. It's got to get done. And if I'm John Thune and I want to stay in the Senate, I'm going to grow a pair of balls and I'm going to get that Save America Act passed. Watch the love you'll get, John. You're going to be appreciated by people you don't know. It'll totally change. I mean, your approval in South Dakota is 28%. Are you happy with that? Do you want to stay there? You could, with that one thing, you could totally change your career course and how you're remembered. But in the meantime, you sit there and you diddle yourself, and you and the rest of the petulant bitches in the Republican Party and Democrat, you just don't get it. You're there to work for us, not to tell us what we need or what you think we need or what you can and can't do. You're here to do what's best for us, American citizens. And they just don't seem the least bit interested. I would like to know what force or what organization or what donor, who is against voter ID, really, that they can't get it done. They're so full of beazle schmeazle on this issue. So that's what's happening in Texas. That's why Cornyn, good riddance, got obliterated. Al Green, that cane-swinging jackass that because of the racial gerrymandering gets sent back to Congress to open a mouth and spew hate and garbage. He's out. I mean, this is great. We're watching a lot of these people that have done nothing but bitch and complain or, well, I really can't do that. Enough. And it's not like we take orders from Donald Trump and mindlessly go vote or do what he tells us. We are independent thinkers. And yeah, a lot of people are very unhappy with the way Iran has played out so far. But I would still vote for the man today. He's learned a lot of lessons along the way. When he makes a mistake, he doesn't make it twice. So at this point, I'm willing to. And what have you got? What have you got? I have yet to hear a single intelligent answer floated out there. The only person who I might be interested in hearing from right now is John Fetterman. What would you do, John? And he'd give you an answer. Because he's not one of them where they have to run to their commissar to find out what to say.
Right.
It's our first caller.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Haven't heard from you in a while. How are you?
I haven't called in a while. I'm fine. How are you?
Are you boycotting us?
No.
Oh, good. Glad to hear it.
Not at all. You were talking about gas prices, and have we seen? I just passed the Citgo on Highway 14 in Millbrook, and gas is $3.93.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Marathon in Cloverdale, which is your retail gas station for the area, because it is convenient if you live in that area, has gone down from $4.25 to $4.09.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they can
Coming
charge
down.
that because they are where they are.
Right. That's like up where I live, where there's nowhere else to stop.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you going to do?
We'll drive to Millbrook and pay $3.93.
Yeah. And by the way, I've taken a look at gas prices elsewhere. For some reason, they're much lower in Georgia and Mississippi.
They are. I just drove through Georgia and I was like, wow, the gas is
Yeah.
cheap here.
Well, we have
There
all
wasn't
these,
a single place that was over $4.
we have all these little taxes, like the one that the city snuck through, 3 cents a gallon. It's temporary.
Whose talk is this?
There's no such thing as a temporary tax. You sneak it in, you get it.
No.
And-
Once it's in, it's in.
Yeah, and I don't know what they're doing with the money. I don't know what they're doing with any of the money in this town.
Well, up where I live, they're repaving 231.
Nice.
Yeah, except I, stopped commuting to Prattville and got rid of all that construction. And now as soon as I leave my driveway, there's a road being
That's
paved.
the way it is. I have an appointment with you this weekend, right?
Yes.
At AMS Studio and AMSStudioMedSpa.com. You can, well, we want to talk about it. I'm getting touched up.
Yep.
All right, this is Jimmy B.
Hey, how y'all doing today?
Hey.
So I was just passing by the Walmart in Millbrook, and it's $3.89 there, and the Citgo is usually a couple cents cheaper, so they might drop soon.
Let's assume the best here, and the price continues to drop, and it gets back down to 3 or lower. Then what? What are the Democrats going to rail about then? Let's say this Iran deal actually works out. I'm still not sure myself, but because every day it's a different message from those crazy bastards. But
But when I'm in Millbrook, I keep an eye on them, like Walmart and the Citgo, because they're usually hand in hand with each other.
mhm.
And the Citgo usually drops at least a couple cents cheaper than Walmart does, I guess, to keep the competition coming their way.
Well, it used to be like that a lot in the 70s and 80s, because oftentimes there were some intersections, like in Chicago, had 2 or 3 gas stations each direction, and they were somebody lowered it a penny, the other guy was out there lowering his a penny, and it was there were little wars going on all the time. We need one of those.
I think that's what happens here in Millbrook, because you got the Circle K up there by the interstate now that usually stays pretty close. The little store down by Walmart, and then Walmart and the Citgo. I think they all compete with each other pretty good.
Circle K is where I go, and I'm in the club.
Yes.
I am a member of the Circle K Club.
I know. I told you about that. Remember?
Yes, you did.
There are some days when it's 40 cents off.
I know.
And that's huge.
Yep. Good deal.
Yep, well, I just thought I'd give y'all that tidbit. Y'all have a great afternoon.
Jimmy, thank you.
too.
We appreciate it. Let's talk to Papa B.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
So, Pamela, you've moved to Hopeville?
Yes.
Welcome to Slap Out. Let me give you a big old official welcome
Thank you.
to the place I moved about 17 years ago
It's awesome up there.
to escape. I was like it was like the last person in Vietnam. It was when my neighborhood was collapsing, I made it on the last helicopter out, dude. But I have loved it up there. My kids both graduated up there, and it was just the best move. I've made a few good decisions in life, a lot of not good decisions. But I've got to say I'm going to say top 3.
Yeah, everybody
One of
loves
the
it up
top
there.
3 best decisions I ever made. Now you're going to have to pray though. There's a canal bridge on 111, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
Greg, you may not know this, but that canal bridge has saved Slap Out from becoming like just this big, big town on the side of Wetumpka.
Yeah.
It's 2 lanes. And if that canal bridge, if they ever make it a 4-lane across that canal bridge, and I'm afraid we might be in trouble.
Hopefully we don't see that.
Yeah, it's going to cost them a lot of money. Greg.
Yes, sir.
So, I noticed now we got, what was it, Megyn Kelly now? She's all hot and bothered about Trump somehow, and then along with
Clicks.
the
Tucker and Candace. They're all in the
Tucker
club.
and Candace.
They're all
and,
pathetic.
Trader Green, whatever. I mean, this is what I'm looking at, though, Greg. You just tell me if I'm wrong about this, okay? Because I feel like I'm not hearing their genuine feelings. I feel like they've been hired to say it, okay? When all of a sudden, out of the blue, they turn on their heels and start spouting somebody, some other opinion, whereas before they were all down for MAGA or whatever. It's almost like, I don't believe you. I feel like they're advocating for somebody, like somebody's paying them, like an infomercial or something. Like somebody is paying them to say what they're saying. Whether they believe that or not is irrelevant. They've all of a sudden changed, the skin like a chameleon. I mean, do y'all feel the same thing, or? I mean,
I don't
feel
know.
like that.
I don't know what to think about all of them because you can't trust anybody.
That's what I'm saying.
And,
I already don't trust you.
Like
and then all of a
they
sudden
may
you're
just
gonna do
be
a 180.
Yeah, they may just be in the pocket of somebody else now that they're not on the mainstream news. It's hard to say. But they also, a lot of them run in a circle where they're privy to information that we're not. And so I think of that on like the flip side. I'm like, well, I mean, did they know something that we don't or have more information than we do that would change their opinion? Because I know there are things like I've said before, like I'm not really I'm more of like a boxcar on the Trump train now. I'm not in first class anymore, but I don't want the train to crash. But
No.
he's let me down, and I was neutral and now I'm disappointed. But I still hope that it can turn around.
Well, you don't want AOC in the front of the locomotive, do you?
No, not at all.
Or any of them.
But, well, no, I don't, for sure. But there's a lot wrong with everything.
If I wake up one morning and AOC is in the White House, I'm done with this.
I know.
I would not survive it. I would probably
That's
move
what you
to
said.
slap out.
That's what you said when Trump ran again. If he loses,
Yeah.
I'm tapping out.
Because it's amazing they've gotten as far as they have. But look at all the people that who are going to be gone when the next session of Congress convenes.
Mm-hmm.
It's fantastic. And the rest of them, I don't know why it's so hard for them to understand. This is the way it's going. Thune, all of you. This is the way it's headed, and you better wake up to that. It's not Donald Trump giving field orders to his army. It's people who are awake now and realizing what George Carlin told us in 1992. It's a big club.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. He's not in it. They'll never let him in. And they're all busy feathering their own nests and manipulating and doing deals. And they don't give a rat's ass about us.
Not at all.
That's the bottom line. We're going to make them give a rat's ass. Because if you don't, you're out. Look at, what's his record now? 110-0 on endorsements?
Yeah.
He's guiding us. He's, leading us to people who will absolutely at least be better at trying to accomplish the goals that he wants to accomplish. And voter ID, that's got to get done. Well,
thing real quick, okay? So with Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? You know why she's doing what she's doing. Because she wanted to run for Senate, and Trump wouldn't endorse her because they'd never win as senator in Georgia, ever. And so she got mad, and so she turned. Okay, but the rest of these, and she might be paid somehow or another too. But the rest of these folks, you look at it and you say, well, why? And I just can't help but think, well, they're getting paid for it somehow. They're making money somehow. Just like you would pay a lawyer to advocate for you. Somebody's paying them to advocate for them. That's what I think. That's what I get out of it. Anyway.
Well, now
right,
they
guys,
are
thank
all
you.
servants to the clique, and I will repeat this one more time. When Tucker was on Fox and making $20 million a year for having the biggest ratings on the network, and he fed his red meat to the viewers, hope, enthusiasm, conservatism. Now, he doesn't have that guaranteed check anymore, and I do believe that money and other influences are involved. I believed what he said on Fox. I don't believe what he says now, and with all the anti-Semitism and everything else he's got involved, and Trump is Netanyahu's bitch and all this ridiculous stuff. It's not worth my time. I don't care what Tucker says anymore.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot for letting me chime in.
Sure. It's 3:30. Don't forget, tomorrow night after the show, we have a listener gathering at Smoky Notes, great new restaurant on the boulevard in the Lagoon Park area, right where the It'll Do Tavern used to be. That's Jesse. All right. It's 3:30. We're going to take this break, and we'll come back. We want to talk to Jessie Lynn. She's got some stuff going on. And we have a guest coming in next hour on the primary, and Skipper has our first update of the afternoon.
Well, we have some rain in the area, and we're seeing some busy traffic. I-65 and 85 Boulevards light to moderate. Got a good number of folks out on the roads, but so far it has been quiet. We hope that it stays that way on this Hump Day Wednesday. Please be safe out there. Use those seatbelts. We'll keep you updated. Trentham State introducing the Ford Track Automotive Program, preparing students to become a certified Ford Automotive Service Technician. Go to trenthamstate.edu for more information. Buckle up with LeJay Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
News is brought to you by Adams Motorsports of Montgomery, where your pleasure is their business.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, here's today's top stories. Montgomery police are investigating a fatal Tuesday morning automobile crash. MPD responded to a single vehicle collision in the 4200 block of Hayneville Road just before 11 a.m., where officers found the driver with fatal injuries. The unidentified victim was pronounced dead at the scene. No further details have been made available. Opposition to a proposed $1.5 billion data center in Lowndes County continues to grow. Residents presented a petition containing more than 1,000 signatures during Tuesday night's County Commission meeting. The turnout was so large that County Commission Chairman Charlie King ordered the doors closed before the meeting could begin. The Montgomery Area Chamber of Commerce has begun securing funding for the Maxwell Capital Gateway project. From new apartment towers to more retail options, the project aims to upgrade the area for military families. The Maxwell Gateway project has an estimated cost of $37 million with expected completion in approximately 5 years. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
AdamsMotorsports.com on the web or Adams Motorsports on the Boulevard in Montgomery. That's at Adams Motorsports in Montgomery, where your pleasure is our business. Come by and learn more about the new Suzuki GSX 8R motorcycle and see for yourself the bar has officially been reset.
Whether it's AC or heating or plumbing that you're needing, whatever you require, call Lou Quire.
Don't let plumbing problems drain your wallet or back up your day. Lou Quire's experienced plumbers can get there right away. Call the pros the Montgomery area has trusted for decades to get things done right. Lou Quire offers 24/7 emergency service so your home can run smoothly day and night. License number 22154.
Whatever you require, call Lou Quire right now.
Hey Biscuits fans, make Wednesdays a night to remember with 334 nights at Davos Park. Fans can enjoy $3 hot dogs, $3 peanuts, and $4 craft beer cans while cheering on the Biscuits. It's fun, affordable, and the perfect midweek escape. Get your tickets at biscuitsbaseball.com or call 323-BALL. Butter up!
Hello everyone, Robbie Pelt with Capital City Roofing. If you think about it, your home is your biggest investment in life. Your roof covers your home, so why jeopardize your biggest investment on a roofer you don't know anything about when you can deal with a reputable roofing company like Capital City Roofing? We have an A+ Better business rating and the best manufacturers and workmanship warranties available. We do all residential and commercial roofing applications that are certified through the manufacturer to ensure you get the best material and workmanship money can buy. We also have your project in our best interest before and after construction has been done. Don't hesitate to call us if you have any roofing issues or questions. We will match any of our competitors' price and give you the same great workmanship warranty. We also give free estimates. Give us a call today and let us show you the difference. 277-3311. That's 277-3311. Or you can check us out on the web at www.capitalcityroofing.com. Capital City Roofing. We capitalize the roofing industry.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-444-2013. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-444-2013. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-444-2013. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-444-2013 or biglou.com.
If you're a local business owner doing digital marketing, quick question, are you getting the results you should be? At Blue Water Broadcasting, we see clients every day who thought their digital was working okay until we showed them a more cost-effective way to run their digital. With 7 radio stations and a full suite of digital solutions, we offer everything from search ads and social media to targeted OTT display and more. We don't just run ads, we build strategic campaigns that drive real results. Before you renew another contract, talk to us. Visit bluewaterbroadcasting.com.
Weather, a service of H&H Carpets, where right now, get a load of this, listen close, you get a house full of carpet for $19.95 installed. Unbelievable. They're located at 6450 Atlanta Highway, just across from Walmart.
Rich Thomas weather.
Well, hi, everybody. With tropical moisture locked in, look for very little day-to-day change in our forecast. Periods of showers and thunderstorms will be around just about any hour of the day, but especially in the afternoon and evening hours with locally heavy downpours in some towns. Highs will be in the middle 80s each day. Lows at night will be in the upper 60s to lower 70s. And this persistent pattern will be around right on through the upcoming weekend as well. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
News and talk without the static. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
And now my singers, the Gregorian singers.
Today will be rainy.
At 3:37, welcoming Jesse Lynn to the phone. Jesse, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are y'all?
Good.
You're hard to keep up with on the road and so forth, but you're in town?
Yes, we are in town this weekend. We've got a pretty exciting event coming up this weekend and figured we'd share with your favorable audience.
Okay, what's going on?
Well, we've got the River Region Rodeo that is taking place out at the R.H. Kirkpatrick Arena in Otagoville, which is ironically not too far from my house. And we'll be out there running flags both nights of the rodeo, and we'd love to just invite everyone out. Let me tell you, Greg, they've got some great stuff going on this year. They literally have the best in the business coming down. When SLE comes into town in March,
right?
Pretty much add this to the bucket list as well. This is we've got over 115 contestants entered in for Friday night. Kids tickets are $13 ahead of the show, $15 night of. If you're 13 and up, they're 17 prior, 20 night of. They've got concessions. They'll have the kids round up before the rodeo. A lot of great things, chuck wagon races, and just anything you can possibly imagine. So since the weather may not be cooperative this weekend, come on out and enjoy it and join us in the indoor arena down in Otagoville. We'd love to have everybody.
Now, what are you going to be doing? Are you going to be performing, rodeoing? What?
So We will be running sponsor flags, so I'll be horseback with one of my paint mayors, and one of the rodeo queens is actually going to be borrowing Captain Jet, so you'll get to see Captain Jet at the rodeo. But we'll be helping represent our sponsors and run sponsor flags in between each event, and then we'll be signing autographs, doing pictures, and appearance after each performance. So, come say hey and come join us.
What time does all of this begin on Saturday?
The rodeo starts at 7:30 on both Friday and Saturday night, but the doors are going to open early for kids events, and of course everything's starting there. So you can actually arrive about 5:30, 6 o'clock, and the doors will open. Kids will have stuff to do. Concessions will be open. But yeah, Friday and Saturday. And then we're doing a meet and greet on Saturday from 1 to 3 at Long Lewis Ford of the River Region.
I'd like to stop by that. I don't know that I will be able to yet because I've been otherwise occupied. But and by the way, feel free to give us a reminder call Friday afternoon.
I will do it, and we just hope to see everyone out there. Hope everybody's having a great time. Pamela, good to hear you back on the air, ma'am.
Thank you.
Glad to have you back.
And it's always good to hear you too, Jesse.
I appreciate it, Greg, and I hope everyone has a great afternoon, and everybody stay safe out there. It's kind of a wet one today.
Yeah, our next big batch, by the way, I checked the Live in Fear Doppler. You're familiar with that.
Yes.
The radar we use to scare people into better driving behaviors. That says our next big glob will be coming through right around 5 o'clock. How convenient for rush hour.
Perfect.
Yeah, wonderful.
Perfect timing.
I did that to you last time you were here. I sent you out in a torrential rain.
There was a tornado warning one time.
God, yeah.
And I was like, I've got to go get Remy. I can't be away from her.
I feel guilty about that for quite a while, too.
Pamela, have you had the experience yet of the Greg Bedell lightning strike in studio?
No.
Be glad.
I do kind of attract dramatic things, but I always live. That's what everybody needs to remember.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot be killed.
Yes.
You do seem to have 9 lives.
I'm going to die from something really stupid, like reaching for something and losing my footing or something like that. I'm not going to die from anything big. Lightning can't get me. A car, a bus, and a pickup truck couldn't kill me.
Mm-hmm.
Falling down a flight of stairs head over heels didn't kill me. So it'll be something really dumb. People will laugh. We miss him, but damn, what an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Jesse.
Thanks, Greg. Y'all have a great afternoon.
Me too.
You too.
She is one of the most perpetually cheerful people I know, and it's contagious. Here's Slim.
How you doing?
We're doing well.
I said, what y'all do for Mother's Day? What y'all do for Mother's Day?
Do what?
Mother's Day?
I said, what y'all do for Mother's Day?
Memorial Day.
Oh, Memorial Day.
Traveled.
Friends,
So people scared of lightning too. Yeah, people scared of lightning too.
Yeah. For good reason.
Because that big old boom sound. A boom.
Hey, speaking of boom, don't forget to read my May magazine column before the month is over, riverregionboom.com. I forget what it's about, but it's good.
Pamela. Hello, Pamela.
Hi.
Hi. So you scared of lightning, Pamela?
No, I respect its power, but I'm not afraid of it.
Oh, yeah, because people be high too when it is lightning. Yeah,
she's fearless. I cannot be killed, and Pamela cannot be scared.
True. I'm the scary one.
So Pamela not scared of lightning. Oh.
Mm-mm.
No.
Oh.
Want a Hershey nugget?
Which is, I have a healthy respect for it, though, because, I am tall.
Yes.
So I am a target unless, I'm around a bunch of trees or
short
a
people.
tall pole. But, yeah, if I'm walking around, I'm likely to be hit.
So because the lightning be making so much noise.
Well, the thunder makes noise. The lightning cracks, but...
If you hear the thunder, you're safe.
Yeah, because the lightning be talking.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, it was great to talk to you. Okay, we were on a
It's
roll
the longest I've ever talked about thunder and lightning in my life.
We've been coming across some good Adam Carolla clips. Did you hear the one about Elon? How are we going to explain Elon Musk to future generations?
I don't think I did.
It's really good. I could play that in the 4 to 5 hour. I have another one here. He just, here's the thing. He and Jimmy Kimmel started their careers with The Man Show, basically having a good time and sexualizing women.
Yeah, as men do.
Yeah, it's kind of natural.
I mean, it's gross, but
well, we're all
they do
gross.
it.
Men are gross, but you need us from time to time.
Yeah. I hate to admit that.
And I'm not denying our grosstitude. And although I don't think I'm quite as gross as some of the other guys, like Eddie, not Eddie. Sorry about that, buddy. That was a total slip of the tongue.
Eddie is a beautiful example of a soul.
He is.
I love him.
He is. He walks the talk. He is a thoughtful and highly productive human being, and we love him. So I want to. This clip I have not heard in its entirety. It seems to be edited for language, so let's give it a listen. Adam
Are
Carolla.
you sharing it?
Of course I'm not. That's why you're here, to remind me that I can't remember S. And let's put them up on the screen so our YouTube viewers can see it as well. I also need to put the audition button down, right? Hang on a second. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Oh, it's doing this again. All right, I have to refresh it. Our internet is weak.
Our blue way of approaching life is we're going to defund the police and say nobody is illegal. We'll have cashless bail and so on and so forth. And then you can try to run your CVS pharmacy on the corner, but it's going to be looted all the time with these mobs, and we're not going to do anything about them, and we're not really going to arrest anybody. And then shoplifting is going to be a huge problem. Half of your inventory is going to be stolen. You have to lock everything up in cages and everything. We're not going to prosecute or police or do any of that. And then at some point, CVS goes, F it, we're moving out of Oakland. And they go, whoa, where are you going? This is some kind of racist shit. And where are these people going to get their prescription meds and condoms? It's like, CVS is in the business of making money. They're not a charity. They would like to, they opened a store in Oakland with the presumption of making money. After 10 years of losing money because you guys can't run a city, then they leave. And then you usually get angry at them. Like Gavin Newsom wants to know why Chevron's gouging and charging more money for gas or whatever. You overregulated it. The insurance companies leave. Elon Musk leaves. Like everyone leaves. So insurance companies want to insure and did insure and worked in California for a long time insuring. But if you make it too difficult for them to do it, how would one insure homes in the Palisades? That's their job. Their job is to insure the homes. Your job is to not have an empty aqueduct and clear the forest.
Yeah.
But you don't clear the forest or fill the aqueduct, and you want these guys to keep insuring you.
Yeah.
In the place that's going to burn down because they're aware of it.
Yeah, and there's also the footage that comes back that sort of sets a narrative too. Like you watch the documentaries about Hurricane Katrina, and these poor people have lost their homes of 40 years. They come back and they go, I know you guys got flood insurance, but it wasn't a flood. It was the levees broke. So sorry about that. We're not going to cover that.
They don't want to pay anybody.
Of course,
they're in the business of you paying them and them not paying out. And I'm not really defending them because they're doing what any business. Look, Chevron is not charging $2.75 a gallon. They're charging $6.75 a gallon because they're just in the business of going, well, if you want to make it harder for us, we'll just pass that along to the customer. You know, so we make everything difficult. It's impossible to do business in California, and so businesses don't want to do business here.
And they're leaving. And they don't understand. And of course, the politicians are all saying, well, you can't do that. You can't. Yes, they can. It's a free country.
Right.
Robert from Florida.
Hey, Greg.
Hi.
Hey, I just wanted to mention when I had to get out of the truck for a little bit, but I heard you guys talking about Tucker Carlson, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and Trump, some of his policies.
Yes.
I was a big Trump supporter and everything, but do you remember when Ronald Reagan said, "I didn't leave the Democratic Party; the Democratic Party left me"?
Yes.
That's the way I feel. It is. I mean, I know it was our only option. That is the way I feel. I mean, when you got Lindsey Graham and John Bolton and all them cheering you on, and you're listening to them, there's a problem. There is a problem. He surrounded himself around guys like that last time, and it didn't work out too well for him. And he seems to be repeating that and taking the wrong advice.
Well, I think he's had some serious upgrades in the cabinet this time
We're out here
around.
paying almost $4 a gallon for gas. I mean, it's lit down today, but
you see, we know what the reason is, and that's the market, the Strait of Hormuz, and these are things that can be worked on and changed. It's not as temporary as he said it would. Nobody's happy about that, including me. But when it was the same price under Joe Biden, for no other reason than the inflation his programs caused, where was all the bitching and moaning then? That's what I'm asking.
I mean, we were doing it.
I still feel like, let's put it like in team sports. In team sports, if Florida State's quarterback has been made accusations by some young lady, the Florida State fans are going to say, well, she's a gold digger. The Florida Gator fans are going to say, oh, no, he's a rapist.
Mm-hmm.
It's always like when it's your team, but the truth is the truth. I mean, it's black and white. I mean, you have to call out people, even if they're on your side. So, and I think we're losing too much of that in this society, and we're looking at it like team sports.
Yeah.
I think you make a good point, but
I appreciate that. But
I have faith in him.
I still do, but it's not going to help him in this election if he don't turn this around pretty soon.
I agree with you on that. He's got to get this situation in reverse and as quickly as possible. But I really believe that.
But why did he get so limp-wristed about Iran suddenly?
Good question.
It's just, what is it? What is it? Because we already know they're a threat. If they have capability and intent, we wipe them out.
Yeah.
So,
and he used to
what
say
are we doing?
That's what he said about Afghanistan. If you're going to do it, go in there and get it done and come back.
Yeah, so who's talked him out of it?
Well, maybe he's hoping he can master the art of the deal one more time, but he's got to either
Not
come
with
to
those people. You
can't. You're right.
Because they don't actually come to the table.
I think he fell for the same thing I did. And I'm sure he was getting a lot of this from Israel. I mean, I hate to say it, but when I saw all those protesters back in January, I was like, those people, we do need to help them to get out from underneath this evil regime.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like, hey, all they need is a little push. They're going to take up that country. Well, that didn't happen.
No.
I mean, that didn't happen, unfortunately. But I think there was a lot of propaganda being fed there that's the way it would turn out, and it did not. So anyway, I just, I ain't lost faith in him. I mean,
But what's the? Let me ask you this: why would somebody vote Democrat in November based on the ideas they're not offering? They're
independents, and people that just go by just we're in such a
or
world
they're
where
just
everybody
not going to vote.
Well, that's
they're not going to vote.
That's
They're gonna
the
stay home.
big thing is people are just going to be so apathetic to all of it. They're just not going to vote.
Well, I'm going to be optimistic, and I share your angst on this. Okay, I'm no happier than anybody else. I'm not a rich man, and when my fill-ups go from the mid-20s to mid-40s, that's a problem for me. I don't like that. But at this point, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because he's gotten so much other stuff done.
And you know how they always say it's the economy's stupid back in the day,
Yes.
And they can say the economy's going great, but it's not going great for the regular working man.
No.
No, at that
you even have
at the consumer level, it is right now not going well. However, the economy, and we can get some insight on Brett McDonald from Brett McDonald on this at 5:15. A good bit of the economy. This is actually the worst aspect of this whole thing. Before we went into Iran and got involved there, the economy was set up to have a blockbuster year, and parts of it are. The Dow is over almost 51,000 now, but none of that is going to last if we wind up with an inflation-induced recession, and then it's doom and gloom. I mean, the socialists are going to have it.
This is not the kind of the stock market being that high is not trickle down economics, and the way this is structured either. I don't see it that way.
Well, I hope we have another conversation, and I hope that things are looking more positive when we have it.
I do too. Thank you, Greg.
Sure. We have yet to hear the full scope of the fraud that they are uncovering in Minnesota, in California, and Oregon. I had a brilliant point.
Who's the woman that they arrested and sentenced already in Minnesota?
Oh, yeah. She
just some completely random person.
20 years. And there's many more.
But she's supposedly the mastermind.
But what we want the big fish. Where's Tim Waltz? Why is he? Oh, God, he was at some event honoring George Floyd. Yeah. On Memorial Day. Memorial Day is not about George Floyd. That's not the day we honor career drug addicts and criminals who get themselves into a spot and end up dead. That's not what Memorial Day is for, you moron, you simpleton, you twit, idiot, douchebag. I don't know if I can play the clip, but he's dancing, he's awful. Just awful. Why is Ilhan Omar still free if we know how she got into this country? Why has she not been arrested and deported? Because, God, George Soros will spend a fortune to launch the protest
in the
for
club.
them. Yeah. 3:56. First hour went whipping by.
It really did.
Yeah. We'll take a look at the radar in a minute, give you an update on that. If you have a life crisis, in fact, Dana Delk and Jacqueline Tomlinson are always attending events. There's a convention down in Florida this week.
Mm-hmm.
The latest things on divorce. It's a divorce on the beach, where lawyers gather and they update changes in the law or changes that are coming in the law. They're always a step ahead of the situation. But when it comes to, this is the point of advocacy, where you give your situation to somebody who becomes your advocate. You don't have to worry about it. You know that they're going to be looking out for your best interest. You don't have to argue with anybody. You don't have to endure phone calls with anybody. You give it to them and let them take it from there and trust their legal leadership. Turning it over. It is what they teach you in rehab and places like that. Stop trying to manage something that is not in your wheelhouse. So whether it's you or somebody you know, give them this number, 819-4810, 819-4810, or visit the website, thealabamafamilylawyers.com, where all their family law services are listed. But above and beyond everything I just said, it's that look in the eye after they take in your situation and say, here's the plan. Let's do this. You're going to be fine when this is over. It's great to hear that. And guess what? They don't tell you that unless that's the outcome that they fully expect to achieve for you. 819-4810 or the AlabamaFamilyLawyers.com for Delk and Tomlinson, attorneys at law.
The representation is made that the quality of legal services performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
JT.
Traffic is brought to you by Dillon Rings. Dillon Rings has great watches and beautiful rings. Or have Josh design a piece of jewelry for you. Shop Dillon Rings now at 119 Brown Springs Road. And check them out on Facebook.
358. The one and only Skipper joins us now.
Well, traffic in the Montgomery area busy and building. Interstates, boulevards, Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka reporting light to moderate traffic. We're seeing a good number of folks out on the roads, and we got rain in the area. Please slow down. Be safe out there this afternoon. We'll update you if any accidents happen. Thompson Tractor, proud to offer the all-new Workhorse Special. Get the new Cat 255 compact track loader. 0% financing for 36 months, and it's only $75,955. Thompson Tractor off I-85 just past Chantilly Parkway. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
Trust is the number one reason why a patient chooses a healthcare provider. Adams Drugs has been your trusted healthcare provider since 1962 and has been voted the number one pharmacy in the River region for many years. We strive each and every day to provide you the level of healthcare you have come to expect from Adams Drugs. The employees at Adams Drugs take pride in developing relationships with their patients, from making sure your prescriptions are filled correctly to getting to know you and your family's needs and following up on any questions you may have. Adams Drugs employees deliver top-notch service. We ask you to visit us at any of our locations in Montgomery, Prattville, Wetumpka, Millbrook, and Pine Level Marbury and give us a chance to earn your business. You can find us at adamsdrugs.net for the location that is nearest to you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Hi, I'm Mark DePlanche with Admiral Movers. People ask, what makes Admiral Movers different from other movers? It's simple. We take pride in caring for our team, so we know that they will take care of you. All of our team members are Admiral employees. They are all fully background checked and trained in-house. We never hire day laborers. So for your next move, whether it's a commercial move or household move, across town or across the country, call Montgomery's favorite movers, Admiral Movers. Mention code SUMMER10 to save 10% on your next move.
Dewan Walker has been an Alabama Power customer since 1999.
We're being squeezed on every side. We hear about Alabama Power freezing their rates. That's the best news we can get. Alabama Power rate freeze will provide real relief for Alabama working families. Alabama Power is protecting their customers by making data centers pay their full cost. It makes me feel at peace. Alabama Power is really stepping up and doing what's right for customers.
Today's show is brought to you by Apple's second-generation AirPod Pros. So advanced, they actually lose themselves. Guaranteed.
If you've ever wanted to be in business for yourself, but not by yourself, and didn't know where to start, Janney King Gulf Coast has already built the foundation for you. With guaranteed initial customers, hands-on training, and ongoing local support, you'll never feel like you're doing it alone, because you won't be. For over 35 years, we've helped people turn their dreams into real successful businesses. Take the next step. Discover a business built for you at JanneyKingCleans.com.
Alabama weather will never fail to surprise you. Our lawns hardly get a chance to have any downtime, and as usual, it's already time to start getting ready for spring. This year, save the hard work and aggravation and call Alabama Lawns, the River Region's leader in weed control and fertilization services. What makes Alabama Lawns the River Region's best? It's the people. They have the experience, education, and commitment to customer satisfaction. Ask your neighbors. Alabama Lawns has been the Montgomery Advertiser's Reader's Choice Award winner 14 years in a row. The Alabama Lawn staff is made up of long-term employees and agronomy graduates, and the staff at Alabama Lawns attend annual continuing education classes. It pays to have someone that knows southern grass types and how to keep them green and flourishing. Call Alabama Lawns today at 272-7171 and let them show you real value in lawn maintenance service. Alabama Lawns, the company with black trucks and green lawns.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
It's May 27th, the greatest day ever. On the 27th of May, 1927, the Ford Motor Company stopped the manufacture of the Ford Model T and began making the Ford Model A, proving that if you want to sell cars in America, you need to have some T and A. Have a great May 27th, the greatest day ever.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
What are you, 9 years old in 4th grade?
Yeah.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington.
negotiating on fumes. That's how President Trump describes Iran's bargaining position as talks continue to bring an end to the war. He also told reporters today at the White House November's midterm elections won't make him rush into a deal. He did express confidence an agreement is near. New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani raising a few eyebrows, unveiling a housing agenda that would allow the city to confiscate chronically neglected properties and transfer ownership to nonprofits, land trusts, or even to the tenants. The proposal expands government-subsidized housing and pushes rent caps tied to income levels. Critics argue the plan reflects a broader movement toward government control over private property.
Everything.
Pushback growing in the state of Virginia over its new gun restrictions. Some Virginia prosecutors and sheriffs are refusing to enforce Governor Abigail Spanberger's new ban on assault weapons. This is SRN News.
Spring cleaning isn't just for your house, it's for your life. If your job is getting old, it's time to clear the clutter and spring into IT. Go to My Computer Career.
My Computer Career helped me get the skills and certifications I needed to start a new life as an IT professional in months, not years.
Earn the certifications the top employers are looking for right now. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation to see if it's time to spring into IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
When you're vacationing in your RV, there are some things you can always count on. Taking the kayaks out on a lake, hot dogs on the grill, and your sister's boyfriend pulling out his acoustic guitar.
Everyone quiet! Harrison's playing. Wow, you're so good, Harrison.
With Progressive, your RV is protected 24/7, so you're prepared for whatever you don't see coming. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.
It's gonna be so rainy today. You're gonna get better open up. It's coming down. Right on the ground. Oh, what a pain, 'cause the forecast calls for rain. Woo! Glorifies me. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Thank you. Woo! Here's that forecast. Whoa, better get that umbrella open wide. Here's that forecast. Rain outside.
And more on the way.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by Montgomery Paint and Body. From little fender benders to total body repair, MPB will fix it good as new, maybe better. For 4 decades, the Turner family has been getting you back on the road. Call 279-7325.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. With tropical moisture locked in, look for very little day-to-day change in our forecast. Periods of showers and thunderstorms will be around just about any hour of the day, but especially in the afternoon and evening hours with locally heavy downpours in some towns. Highs will be in the middle 80s each day. Lows at night will be in the upper 60s to lower 70s. And this persistent pattern will be around right on through the upcoming weekend as well. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Del Rey to Publix.
Well, it looks like we have a chance to hear. By the way, have you been streaming anything that's caught your interest? Have you watched The Burrows?
No, but I did start watching something yesterday that's really good. The Pit.
I was thinking about that too.
Amazon.
That's Noah Wiley, right?
Yes.
It's about an ER.
If you like, medical procedural, it's good. I haven't watched anything since Grey's Anatomy, like a medical show.
Oh.
I really enjoyed Grey's Anatomy until they went like left-leaning political on the show.
They had to do that, huh?
They had to do it. Like when Trump became president the first time, they started peppering that in, and I just got turned off by that. But this is good so far.
One of my favorite targets has always been New York Governor Kathy Hochul. Perfect name for this woman. I asked about The Burrows because Gina Davis is in that, and I'm still waiting for some listener feedback. It's an interesting show. It's got Alfred Molina in it, and I love him.
Mm-hmm.
a good cast, but it's made by the same people that did Stranger Things, so there's an element of science fiction in here.
Oh, I like that.
Maybe worth checking out.
Okay. What's it on?
The Netflix.
Okay.
Anyway, Hochul, Trump said he would like to. The New York Knicks surprised everybody, including themselves, by making it to the NBA Finals. You know, it's finals time when it's frickin' June, 10 months into the season, and they're finally getting ready to wrap it up. Tried to dunk on the president, so to speak, and it backfired. I'd like to hear this clip, if I may have everybody's undivided attention.
Are you sharing?
I don't know the answer. I mean, you know, if the president wants to come to a championship game in New York City, I suspect he'll also be at World Cup events. I mean, he comes to the fights. It doesn't affect what I do. My job is to keep New Yorkers safe and, you know, celebrate the extraordinary teams that we are blessed to have here in the city of New York. So I don't see any problem with him coming. It's, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Where's the dunk?
Right.
One sheet of Bounty versus one sheet of the competitive brand. One sheet of Bounty is 2 times more absorbent.
If you watch The Burrows, Gina Davis is in it.
I like her.
I generally do too, but she's 70 years old. They have her made up to be somebody younger than that.
Mm-hmm.
And she talks like a ventriloquist.
She does.
I think she's got so much Botox that it's impossible for her. I mean, you see her lips move a little bit, words coming out. It's annoying. Anyway, well, that wasn't what I hoped it would be. But
What's in the crap pile?
what's in the crap pile today? We have our most electrifying story coming up in a moment. Let's see. The fastest growing city in America is Charlotte, North Carolina. Big city.
Wow.
And people that live there are uniting behind a common phrase: no more, we're full.
Yeah.
This is in part happening because so many people are fleeing the blue states.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that run the blue
Charlotte
states.
is a blue city.
It is, but to the south, South Carolina, actually per capita, has the fastest growing city. It's about 20 miles south of Charlotte, Fort Mill. And their population grew in the last year by 6%. There's no more room in South Florida for anybody because they can't build anymore. So areas like Jacksonville and stuff are growing. As a state, we always hear about Florida and Texas, and they're only getting redder, not bluer. And we're going to point that out in just a couple of minutes. But Charlotte is now the 14th largest city in the country, and just about 25,000 people shy of San Jose. A major driver in its growth, say the experts, who have no idea what they're talking about, was its affordability compared to similar cities. Well, they don't have the high taxes and the penalty taxes and all the other crap that the blue states do. But with the growing population, the demands on services and everything else are getting stretched, and it'll make them more expensive ultimately. The best outdoor toys that will keep your kids entertained for hours.
Ooh.
Have you ever seen a reusable water balloon?
Yes.
You fill them with a hose, right?
Yeah.
They're pretty easy.
Yeah.
But the one that's on the list, I have actually one to add to it because we would play for hours with these. Balsa wood gliders. You can get them at Hobby Lobby, or I think Cracker Barrel sells them because they're kind of an older
What
toy.
is that?
They come in a plastic wrap about
Like a plane? A
Yes.
glider plane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about 3 or 4 pieces. You put the wing through the fuselage, plop the tail in on the top. It's got a little piece of metal on the nose that you can adjust depending on what you want the plane to do. And you can have contests with it all day long. You know, with multiple kids, they're cheap, just a couple of bucks.
I could see the kids loving that. They're at the age where everything is a competition.
Have you seen Stomp Rockets?
I'm not sure, but I think based on the name, I know what they are.
It's a Stomp Rocket goes on the end of it. Like you pump it with air or water, and then you jump on the pad at the other end and see how far. And you'd be surprised how high those things will go.
Yeah.
Those are always fun. In fact, I bought one years ago when Janelle was just a tyke. We took it to the park. Her mom was with me, and she jumps on the launching pad, and that thing took off and she was mortified that with her weight, she was able to send it up that high. I said, you just hit it good. It's not your weight.
Right.
Stop with the self-consciousness. Walkie-talkies are making a comeback.
Oh, yeah. We love walkie-talkies. See, I like bocce ball. I could play bocce.
Is that the one on the rope?
No. Well, that's a ladder ball, like where you fling it at the ladder and then it wraps around. Is that what you're talking about?
What's
bocce? Like you have I don't know if it's called like a cue or whatever, but you get different colored balls and then you throw I don't know if it's called a cue or not, but a little white ball. And that's like your target is to get the balls closest to that and score points.
Oh.
I like that. I mean, I'm a simple girl. I like horseshoes. I could play horseshoes for hours.
You don't realize how easy. What do you need? Two pipes and a couple of horseshoes.
Right.
And there is a skill to that. Anything Nerf. I'm a wiffle ball freak. I still have my bucket of wiffle balls and bats.
Kickball. I love kickball.
Sidewalk chalk.
Love sidewalk chalk too.
And a blow-up kiddie pool for the backyard. If you can't afford a real pool,
Yep.
get it inflatable.
Yep.
Hot summer toys for those who have to keep the kids occupied. So we didn't need it. I mean, we had some of those things, as I mentioned, but we felt sorry for the kids that got stuck going to camp.
I mean, the camps nowadays, they do all kinds of stuff, but yeah. I never went to a camp. I mean, we played at home. We were around the neighborhood with all our friends all day, all summer. Never came home till it got dark out.
Any other parent or grandparent who has a suggestion for this list is welcome to call us at 272-9228. Pamela's back today, and we are savoring it. And you think tomorrow?
I'm thinking tomorrow is going to work out too.
That would be really nice. Our most electrifying story of the day brought to you by Mr. Electric coming up. Right now we're heading back to Skipper to see how people are moving with the rain.
Traffic beginning to build as more and more folks get off work this afternoon. Typical Wednesday afternoon, East-South Boulevard building, as well as I-65 and 85. We got rain in the area. Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka reporting light to moderate traffic. And we're seeing a lot more traffic now on our feeder roads out of Montgomery. We'll keep you updated when accidents happen. Davis Store and Sash has quality replacement windows and doors. Save 10% on materials by mentioning this ad. Visit DavisStoreandSashAlabama.com or call 334-288-6010. Buckle up. Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
I can't believe that we have backup Steve on the line. Because we usually only hear from him in the morning. I didn't know what you did in the afternoon.
Oh, look, well, like you, there's things to do in the afternoon as well. Got to walk the dogs as well. Hey, I wanted to just reaffirm what you said about the balsa wood gliders. When I was a junior ROTC instructor for 25 years, I taught the four forces of flight: lift, drag, all that kind of stuff. Right. And I gave each kid, I got on eBay, and I made sure I had enough to have for each child to build their own glider. And then we'd take it out to the football field and get up in the stands and allow them to toss them any kind of which way they wish. And, if they broke them, they broke them. But that's what toys are for, break them. But they had a ball with those things. And it is a good teaching tool as well.
Yes.
But, as a kid, we used to do that in kites. Oh, my gosh. The paper kites, we used to build our own. And I also use that in the classroom. But one of the other things that you may recall, and I saw this when I was at the place in Montevallo, the history place. What is it called? Not Ola downtown. Can't think of it right now. But it's the place in Montevallo. It's the recreation of Williamsburg.
Oh, the Pioneer,
what is it? I forget what
American
it's called.
Village or something like that?
American Village, yeah. And in the souvenir store, they had what we call an airfoil, a blade on the end of a stick. And you twisted it between your hands and it flew. And I went, whoa, this is cool. And so I went on eBay, and I found about 120 of those. And we also played with that in the classroom, and taught the way flight is achieved and everything. But little toys like the simple things.
It's all better than sitting parked in front of a screen.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes. And the other thing, now one of the other things we used to do is a little bit more complicated, but we used to build. I heard y'all talking about this morning with Rich, the model rocketry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I used to take them through the basics of that, and they were just thrilled to death. And of course, that's like about a $9 investment. But that's still something that parent and child can do together.
Yes.
And I used to launch water rockets all the time. Like you were talking about the stomp rocket.
Yeah.
We had something similar to that, and we used to go to Prattville Park every Sunday and launch those rockets, and then just had a great time. Simple stuff, real simple stuff.
Yes, and as you mentioned, they can also be a teaching tool too.
Yep. Of course, I'm retired from the teaching, but I'm like just when I hear somebody talk about these things, go, yeah, maybe the younger crowd that's listening may say, hey, that's not a bad idea for an old man, So. Oh my goodness! But anyhow, looking forward to you guys whenever that. Oh my gosh, am I still there?
Yes.
Yeah.
I hit the wrong buttons here. But looking forward to when y'all come up for the Baumhauer. It's looking good. The landscaping's in. And,
Yes, they're hiring people now, and I'm waiting to hear back from Spencer Baumhauer on when we're going to be up there.
I mean, the polling place that we were at last Tuesday, we looked down at Baumhauer's and watching them put in all the shrubs and the little trees and everything else. So it's looking good, and wish we could have it available.
Steve, we sure appreciate the call. Thank you.
Catch you in the morning. Take care.
All right.
Bye now.
421. What is our most electrifying story today? Find out in a moment.
2026 marks 60 years that hope has had a home in Alabama. At the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches, children who've lost everything through no fault of their own have found something priceless. A safe place to live, a loving Christian family, and the chance to simply be kids again. Here, boys and girls grow up surrounded by care, guidance, and faith, learning right from wrong, learning responsibility, learning they are valued and that their lives have purpose. As the Alabama Sheriffs have believed for 6 decades, it's easier to build boys and girls than to repair men and women. These former ranchers are now teachers, parents, business owners, and leaders, living proof that love, structure, and faith can change a life forever. As the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches celebrate 60 years of serving Alabama's children, you can help ensure the next child has the same chance. Learn how you can make a difference at alabamasheriffsyouthranches.org. 60 years of building lives, and we're just getting started.
And this is a painting of my grandfather, the only one he ever had made.
Sometime, take a close look around your house.
This sewing machine was my Aunt Mary's.
If you have possessions that are irreplaceable, consider this. Each year, over 65,000 American homes suffer a fire due to an electrical problem. Are our possessions safe? To know for sure, call Crosby Electric, your exclusive provider of CurrentSafe, the world's foremost home diagnostic system. Using high-tech equipment, Crosby Electric will check your hidden wiring, panel box, light switches, and electrical outlets to pinpoint potential problems and make sure your things are safe.
Oh, my daughter's second-grade art project. I'd die if something happened to this.
Some things can't be replaced by insurance. Don't wait another day. Call 272-2085 for an in-home no-obligation assessment or visit crosbyelectric.com. Don't just think it's safe, know it's safe.
Now you'll be safe with CurrentSafe.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. With PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
fasciitis for almost 20 years. I would try drugstore insoles and supports.
If you suffered with plantar fasciitis, we know the search for pain relief can feel like a hopeless ordeal.
I've been through surgeries, foot injections. I thought that foot pain was going to be with me for the rest of my life.
At the Good Feet store, we hear stories every day of all kinds of cheap inserts, expensive shoes, and other failed remedies people have tried that just didn't work.
I was trying all different things. Not a single one worked. And then I was driving past the Good Feet store, and I thought, why not? Give it a try. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support for my feet. Then it was like, okay, this is different. These make a difference.
I'm so glad I met Good Feet. That changed my life.
Don't lose hope. Give the Good Feet store a try.
We're located at 7341 East Chase Parkway in the shops at East Chase. Now hiring.
Hello, this is David Ernest with Ernest Financial. And just like Ernest Financial makes lots of money for our clients, Blue Water has helped us make lots of money for our company. You cannot go wrong with advertising with Blue Water Broadcasting.
Radio reaches over 90% of everyone in the river region. Shouldn't your ads be out there where your customers are? Call us to find out more. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. The River Region's first and only news talk station on FM. Live, local talk. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Mr. Electric presents the most electrifying story of the day. For service, installation, and upfront pricing, call Mr. Electric at 245-1566. Here with today's high voltage news, it's Greg Budell.
Last night was an electrifying evening, watching what was going on in Texas, even better than we expected, as John Cornyn, the useless senator, the rhino with big horns, loses by 28 points to Ken Paxton, who will now run for the Senate in Texas, replacing Cornyn when he beats this guy, James Tallarico. Now, Paxton won the primary against Cornyn by running one ad. He says, John Cornyn's been in the Senate for 35 years. Can you name a single thing that he's done for you? Point to one thing. And when nobody could remember anything he had done for them, the polls just got worse and worse as the ad ran. Now he's doing it against James Tallarico, who is a total fruitcake.
No.
And, as President Trump pointed out today, looks a lot like Alfred E. Newman from Mad Magazine.
Yes.
He really does. So let's, I've got the new Ken Paxton ad here. Let's give it a listen and a view. I've got it queued up there.
Yes, it's up there.
This is Texas. This is not.
There are many more than two biological sexes. In fact, there are 6.
This is Texas. This is not.
The American flag is such a complicated symbol for most of us.
This is Texas. This is not.
They're going to call me a radical leftist.
This is Texas. This is not.
Something that you love that's not family or friends.
I love, and I'm just say this because it's on my mind, the trans children.
This is Texas. This is not.
Our southern border should be like our front porch. There should be a giant welcome mat out front.
This is Texas. This is not.
It is now existential that we try to reduce our meat consumption. I am proud to say that our campaign has officially become a non-meat campaign.
This is Texas. This is not.
Wow.
Wow.
He's off the and the Democrats think he's going to turn them blue? When most of the people in Texas see that, they're going to say,
screw off.
Already today, he's backed off the 6 genders.
Wow.
What 6 genders?
Hmm.
I couldn't make up 6 genders. All I know is that I'm continuing to see this whole trans nonsense. Did you hear about the hospital? I don't know where it was, but they had to pay an enormous settlement. It may have been in Texas. They were doing the gender-affirming surgeries that moronic parents were allowing their kids to have.
Wow.
3 doctors were fired. They have to provide 5 years at no charge, reversing these surgeries at this particular hospital. Wow. It was a beautiful settlement. But how do you justify, well, when we're 16 or younger, hell, I still don't know who I am.
No.
So if I march in here and say I'm going to change sexes, please have me tested immediately.
At what age does
doing
the
this to
temporal
little
lobe
kids.
fully develop, or your frontal lobe? Let's see.
Oh, Dana White, UFC fight at White House will be politics free. That's stupid.
So somebody's frontal lobe continues evolving into a person's late 20s and early 30s.
Mm-hmm.
The frontal lobe, the region responsible for executive functions like planning, risk assessment, regulation, is one of the very last areas to mature.
So these kids are going in for these, though, before they're even 10 in some cases, or they're early teens, when nobody, they may be just seeking attention.
It's narcissistic parents, I think.
Yeah. Hey, I'm ahead of the game. I'm really woke here.
Mm-hmm.
I just turned my son into a girl. Now they have to reverse those procedures for everybody that wants them. The media is great at covering the surgery and making it look good. What they're not covering, this is not the only situation. There are literally hundreds, maybe thousands of these cases around the country, but this hospital in Texas was either going out of business or they were going to cut this deal. And now they have to provide all of that from the surgery to the patient post-surgical care, absolutely free. And why is it that so many people still think that the whole idea that, nobody really knows. And the transgender athletes is still a thing, too. In California. I'm sorry. There was a story about a woman. It was Gold's Gym. And there was a guy claiming to be trans using the women's locker room, fully equipped.
Right, they
and
are.
waving his flag around. And she complained. Their solution was to kick her out
Oh, of course.
because she
she's-
offended a tranny's feelings.
Right, she's transphobic.
How did we get to that? If he's got a penis, he doesn't belong in the women's locker room. He's not a trans anything. He's still a guy with a wang.
Right.
Sorry if I used a lot of complicated medical terminology in that rant, but good Lord, give us all a break, please. Now, for the good news. Mr. Electric is an incredible company that can solve the most complicated or simple problems, whether it's an installation, repair, whatever you might need. One thing is, when you are working with electricity, you want to make sure you have somebody who is licensed and absolutely knows what they're doing when it comes to diagnosis and repair or installation. My favorite Mr. Electric story, the last house had floodlights on each side of the front end. And running around inside trying this switch, that switch, we couldn't get them to light up. So we had them doing other things like the Ring doorbell and a new outlet outside. I said, would you take a look at this? We've tried every switch in the house and nothing comes on. The breakers are all good, blah, blah, blah. And they came to me and said, well, those are beautiful fixtures. They do have pipes leading to them, but there's no wires in the pipes. Would you like us to put wires in there so you can use those motion-activated floodlights?
Uh-huh.
So they did that too. MrElectric.com for more information or call 833-773-8227. All right, we are at 4:34. We have a guest joining us in just a couple of minutes here. Somebody, for those of you who live in the 5th Judicial District, is it?
Mm-hmm.
You want to hear what this man has to say because
No.
Seat 5?
19th, seat 5.
19th, seat 5.
Mhm.
And he was on the show with us before the election. He's in the runoff. And we will talk to Brad Echdahl in a moment. It's now 4:35.
Well, we got some rain come through the area this afternoon. We got slick streets all around the Montgomery area. Please slow down a bit. Be safe out there this afternoon. No real issues at the moment, but we are seeing a lot of traffic now on I-65 and 85. Highways 331, Troy Highway, and Selma Highway, light to moderate. 231 to Prattville, really picking up a lot of cars now. We'll update you when accidents happen. Get $1,000 customer cash on Camrys at McKinnon Toyota at the lowest tax rates in Alabama, and it's worth the drive. McKinnon Toyota, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up. Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
News is brought to you by Bath Innovations. Call Bath Innovations today to schedule your free in-home consultation.
1819 News.
Governor Ivey has approved a grant of $300,000 to help the town of Geneva recover from recent tornadoes and violent storms. The grant money is to help in the repair of streets and sidewalks that were damaged by the storms that came through in January of this year with winds of 115 miles per hour. Grant will be administered by the Alabama Department of Economic and Community Affairs and is coming from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Some of the greatest blessings is just having people that care about you, to have someone that's just going to love you and make you feel important. They encourage you to be in church. They encourage you to be in prayer. They encourage you to be in your Bible. Now it's a part of my day every day. My house parents planted seeds in me that you can see where those seeds have sprouted in my life and helped change my life.
Big Oak Ranch, a Christian home for children needing a chance.
Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall says he's disappointed but not surprised in a recent ruling coming from a 3-judge panel that ordered a stop to implementing a 2023 congressional map for the upcoming special primary election and the November general election. These same judges are the ones who court-ordered a new map to be drawn up and used in 2024. This recent ruling comes despite the fact that the U.S. Supreme Court determined that this 2024 map was an example of unconstitutional racial gerrymandering. A.G. Marshall is already in the process of appealing this recent ruling and says it's not a matter of if the state will win, but when. The lineup for the Rock the South Music Festival has now been released. The event that's coming up this June 11th will feature Travis Tritt, Jason Aldean, Brantley Gilbert, and many more country singers. The festival will be held at the Fields at Decatur for the first time after being held in Coleman for the past 15 years. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
Bath Innovations of Alabama can replace your old bathtub with a low-step shower featuring built-in seating, secure grab bars, and slip-resistant flooring, often installed in as little as 1 day. Call Bath Innovations of Alabama today to schedule your free in-home consultation.
Whether it's AC or heating or plumbing that you're needing, whatever you require, call Lou Choir. Since 1983, we've treated you like family. Day or night, we do things right so you can live more comfortably. Whether it's AC or heating or plumbing that you're needing, whatever you require, call Lou Choir right now.
Hey Biscuits fans, make Wednesdays a night to remember with 334 nights at Davos Park. Fans can enjoy $3 hot dogs, $3 peanuts, and $4 craft beer cans while cheering on the Biscuits. It's fun, affordable, and the perfect midweek escape. Get your tickets at biscuitsbaseball.com or call 323-BALL. Butter up!
Leanne Morgan, the Time of Our Lives tour.
My children went to a small Christian school in Knoxville, and the girl that worked front desk was Jeannie, who's a good friend of mine. And I dropped my little children off that morning, and I came back that afternoon, and Jeannie saw me walk in, and she grabbed her chest and said, "Oh my gosh, Leanne, how are you walking?" She said, "Maggie said you had surgery today." I said, "Jeannie, I got my IUD replaced."
Montgomery Performing Arts Center, Due to Demand, third show added July 26th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Truckers, listen up. A $2,500 sign-on bonus only at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Work for a company that puts God and family first. 855-777-9785. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. With tropical moisture locked in, look for very little day-to-day change in our forecast. Periods of showers and thunderstorms will be around just about any hour of the day, but especially in the afternoon and evening hours with locally heavy downpours in some towns. Highs will be in the middle 80s each day. Lows at night will be in the upper 60s to lower 70s. And this persistent pattern will be around right on through the upcoming weekend as well. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Big dreams for your home on a tight budget? ASE's $26.26 as you covered. Unlock your home's equity with just $26 in closing costs. No fees, no headaches. Visit your local ASE branch today. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 420259.
Live, local talk. The River Region's most trusted voice for news and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
It's happy hour, come gather round. Greg and Pamela break it all down. Talking politics and the whacked out world. Every headline makes the chaos swirl. It's time for a smoke break. David drops in Monday and Thursday on Happy Hour. Master Thespian steals Tuesday spotlight on Happy Hour. He stops by on Friday with some snacks on Happy Hour. Laugh a little louder while the whole world's hanging out in the chat will change your world on Happy Hour. On Happy Hour. Oh, on Happy Hour. On Happy Hour. On Happy Hour.
I love our song, don't you?
Yes.
It's a good one. And we have a great guest here in the studio with us. His name is Brad Earl Ekdahl. He is a candidate for 19th Judicial Circuit Court, place number 5, and in a runoff.
Yes.
So we wanted to have you back and give you another chance to talk to your potential voters.
Thank you so much.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. I really enjoyed our previous visit with you. Tell us again. Oh, before you say a word, I got to ask your opinion, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Did one of was it a federal court that overruled the Supreme Court on the redistricting issue?
I think the last that I have heard is out of Louisiana, and you're talking about the Calais case. The Supreme Court handed down the decision that you cannot redistrict on race.
Yeah. It's unconstitutional.
Yeah. If you want to do it by politics, that's fine.
So, but another court says, no, Alabama can't use the map that they just drew up, which is not based on race. Yeah. And I find that just absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
That they would.
We're going to be at this for a while.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry I didn't mean to throw out because we're going to talk about your campaign. Oh, and
Jacqueline's on the phone.
Jay Quellen.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Are you on the beach?
I am.
Well, she's working down there. Ish.
But I knew my friend Brad Ekdahl was going to be on, and I needed people to hear why he's the most qualified for the job. I know he is, but I want him to tell our listeners why he's the most qualified.
You are wonderful, Jacqueline. Thank you. I am currently the municipal judge of Millbrook, Alabama, and I'm very proud to have served in that position for the last 3 to 4 years. While there, we've instituted a driver's license program and gotten dozens, probably hundreds of people their driver's licenses back. We've instituted a pretrial diversion program for first-time offenders, saving the city, allocating those resources elsewhere. It's really been a great thing. Additionally, I'm still currently serving as the Prattville City Prosecutor. I've been doing that for 11 years. We've handled some really high-profile matters there and really done a lot of good things for the city of Prattville and the citizenry. Own and operate my own private practice. I am the outgoing ALAP chairman, and that's the Alabama Lawyers Assistance Program. And I'm also the specially appointed judge of probate for Autauga County. So wearing a lot of hats.
Jacqueline, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Did you hear all those qualifications?
We heard them, yes.
See, that's why everybody needs to get out and vote in this runoff election, because it is so incredibly important for the 19th Circuit.
I agree.
So important.
Well, the experience speaks volumes. You've done it from both sides as a prosecutor, judge, your own practice, and everything else. What are some of the things that you love most about your work?
Really kind of making a difference. Yeah, I think that's what it's all about. And I think any of those positions, whether you're a defense attorney, whether you're a prosecutor, whether you're a judge, those are really matters of servitude. You're really serving God first and the people second. But if you can't get out there and do that, then what's the point? I've been in public service for almost 20 years now. I started as an intern for the Attorney General's office and then went to the District Attorney's office for the 19th Judicial Circuit for 4 or 5 years after that. So I've been in it for almost 20 years, or right about 20 years. I want to keep serving the people.
I wanted to bring to your attention, I don't know if Jacqueline has heard about the no-brainer. My Facebook page is not cooperating. It's got a mind of its own today. I wanted to bring your attention to this story here about this particular jurist. Are you familiar with her situation?
No.
An Alabama judge suspended after being accused of delaying cases so she could walk her dogs.
Yes, this is the probate judge up in Jefferson County.
Yeah.
Yes.
They suspended her.
Yes.
Racist comments, and her own clerk requested a transfer to Birmingham to be closer to her sister because she was very ill. And before this judge could find the time to make that happen, the sister died. But if you look at the photos, I'm going to put this on Facebook, Pamela.
Okay.
She clearly has a self-love with the image and TikTok. Looks like a judge in the picture on the right. Looks like a clown in the picture on the left. How do people like this get into positions like this? Is she appointed or...
No.
Go ahead, Jacqueline.
People don't go out and vote in runoff elections because people don't vote. Go vote.
Yeah, we were just talking about the low turnout for on their primary day.
Mm-hmm.
People
Super
don't
low.
go out and vote, and then we get the worst possible candidates in office because people don't vote.
I think you hit it right on the head, and it's especially poignant for me. I spent Monday attending veterans celebrations, and you're hearing stories about people who have lost their lives,
right?
Lost family members, so that we can go out and vote.
Mm-hmm.
And then we don't take 10 minutes to go out and vote. It's heartbreaking.
It is. It is. What are some of the other ballot issues in your runoff that people in that district will be voting on?
Well, the two that were on the primary ballot were, first of all, the issue of whether or not to suspend or lower pay for district attorneys.
Can you explain that for us?
Not well.
Because sometimes they write these amendments
Yeah.
to make you think they're trying to get you to vote for one thing when in fact the way they worded it, you're voting for the exact opposite.
My understanding was that this was proposed because there is a similar statute that protects judges, that there is a similar statute that protects judges from being decreased in salary during a term.
Mhm.
So they just wanted to do the equal thing for
Oh,
the
okay.
district attorney. That was my understanding of how it got proposed. And then the second amendment issue that was on that ballot was to extend Aniah's law.
Yeah, right.
Which they should. I'm glad that they did that.
What other are there other runoffs on the ballot you're going to be on?
There are. In Autauga County, we have a sheriff's office runoff between Mark
Mhm.
Harrell, who's the incumbent, and Ty Thompson, the challenger.
Okay. Well, this is the thing. We got to overcome that thinking that will.
Just total apathy about
Apathy.
local elections.
That's exactly
It's
right.
just-
Yet they are in so many ways more impactful.
Yeah.
Because they are local.
That's
Right.
exactly
I
right.
mean, really, really local. Well, we'll do everything we can to light a fire under folks to get out.
I certainly appreciate that.
Jacqueline, is there anything else you'd like to add from your experience?
Add.
Yes.
Oh, I'll just say that I've practiced law with him as a lawyer and as a lawyer that goes in front of him as a judge. And I support him 100% in this endeavor. I think that he will be a fantastic addition to the event, and I hope that people in the 19th Circuit get out and vote.
All righty. What did you think of that Jefferson County judge that got suspended?
So fun fact.
Okay.
I'm down here at Divorce on the Beach. You guys are all familiar with this.
Yes.
And I have a ton of Birmingham lawyers down here, and that has been the talk of the convention so far today, of getting the real story of what's been going on. And I will say, it is very interesting to hear what some of these lawyers have to say.
Okay, so this picture that it's showing of her, is this from her social media? Like she makes TikToks or something?
Yeah.
Very much so. She's one of those individuals that does not shy away from social media. All of those are her actual accounts.
She wants to be an influencer.
Yeah, not a judge. She looks like a moron. I'm sorry, but
Well, that's unfortunate.
the picture on the left, it's all about big lips and boobs, and on the right, well, yeah, I when I need to, I can look like a judge. But half the time, not even showing up because she had to walk the dogs and couldn't hear the case. I mean, we need less of that. One way we do that is by going out and vote when there is.
Yes, the robe does not make the judge, ladies and gentlemen. A robe does not make you a judge.
How true. Thank you for the call, Jake Wellen.
Love you guys.
Have fun.
Bye. Thank you.
And we have Barbara.
Good afternoon, Brad. This is Barbara Free from the Wesleyan Church.
Hello, Miss Barbara.
I just want to tell people to please get out and vote. This is a good, honest man that cares for the people in these counties, and it's important that they vote. This is the future of our counties. Love you, Brad.
Oh,
Good
I love
luck.
you too.
God bless. I'll be praying for you.
You're very sweet.
Thank you, Greg.
Hey, it's my pleasure. And, you know, you made a really positive impression on me in the couple of times we've had a chance to chat, even though it's relatively not a whole lot of time. What are some of the, how do you take a break at the end of the day with all that you have to deal with in the real world? Sometimes that can be overwhelming. I mean, it happens to me in this job when the news just puts me on the end of the rope, so to speak. What are some of the things you enjoy for recreation, hobbies? Yes, adults do have hobbies.
Yeah.
What's your favorite stress reliever?
Well, I'll be honest with you. During this campaign, there hasn't been a whole lot of stress relievers. Having the 5 jobs that I currently have, plus running this campaign, hasn't been a lot of that. But I make it a point every day when I go home to pick up the telephone and call my father. He is 90 years old.
That is awesome.
And he is a great, great man. And he will absolutely put me back in my place when I need to be put there.
Isn't that great? You know, you're so lucky that you have your dad to call and talk to. I lost mine when he was just 71 years old, and it was devastating because the older I got, the smarter he got somehow, and the more I leaned on him for, you know, advice and the conversations we had.
Yes.
Because it wasn't until those last couple of years that I learned what he really went through. You know, at the family dinner table, he'd tell stories about World War II.
Yeah.
He was on a destroyer. It wasn't until later in life he talked about being on a ship that was attacked by kamikazes in the Liang Gulf. In fact, a local veteran, old Navy vet, got the story of my dad's ship, the Palmer. And my dad was at the bow of the ship with a bunch of guys when the sirens went off and they saw the planes coming in. They were not there to bomb. They were there to use their planes as bombs. So he went to his battle station. He was the ship's electrician. So that was towards the stern. Only minutes after he left that group of guys, they were all killed by a twin-engine Betty bomber that caught the front end of the ship, and it sank in like 4 minutes. And those guys, they were, you know, kind of like the John Wayne generation. They didn't, you know, suck it up, amigo. You know, you don't whine, you don't. But I'm convinced he lived a good part of his life with some serious PTSD from that.
Yeah.
Because my dad was a good guy, caring guy, and that had to be awful. And guilt, survivor's guilt. Why didn't the plane come when I was there and all these other guys lost their lives and I didn't? Stuff like that.
And that, going back to what you said earlier, these fellas and ladies who have sacrificed so much for us as Americans and give us the rights that we have, and we don't go out and vote.
While my dad was in the Pacific, his sister, my Aunt Dorothy, and I didn't learn this until after she died. She was a triage nurse following D-Day. So her job was to be a day or two behind the front line, reassembling, matching people with blown off limbs.
Yeah.
This is what she spent
Yeah.
months of her life doing as we eventually got into Germany, and the horrors that she saw and never talked about.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we can never...
We're truly blessed as a nation.
Had a guy, I don't know if you caught the show or not, but we had a gentleman named Bill Robinson. This is a week ago Thursday. He was here for the Gathering of Eagles, and he was one of those honored this year. They pick people who have had extraordinary career. They're all extraordinary to me, but this guy went in to rescue a downed pilot in North Vietnam. His rescue chopper got shot down. They landed in the jungle and survived. And he spent 2,703 days in North Vietnamese prison camps. You meet him today, this man has a constant smile.
Yeah.
He's got the best attitude of anybody I know.
Grace and humility.
With humility in all caps. They all do. They don't want to be honored. They don't want to be especially recognized. You have to force that on them. But what an example of, and he came back and served for another 11 years. And those are the people that he's telling stories and carrying on. And by the end of the interview, I'm fighting back tears.
Sure.
At this remarkable guy. I wrote about him for my June magazine column in advance of the 250. Here's one of the guys of so many thousands and thousands and thousands that made it possible. So I just love that you take that time to call Dad. Good for you. That's great. Anything that you wanted to add before we wrap up?
Please vote.
Yeah.
Please vote. And remember, experience matters.
Yes, it does. And you have plenty. Good guy. Brad, thank you so much for joining us today.
Always a pleasure.
And don't hesitate to call in as we get closer to the actual election primary runoff day. Remind people. We'll do everything we can to get people out to vote.
Thank you so much.
Pamela's got a lot of power and influence over folks. We're going to enlist her to get
They don't
folks
want to
out
get on
too.
my bad side. Go vote.
Why do you think I behave here when she's
understand.
I don't want to be on her bad side either. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you so much.
All right, 4:57. Brad McDonald's going to join us. The market finished up. We'll see what the spirit is on Wall Street in a little bit and why things are the way they are. And you have
Another hour.
really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! It's bonus.
Happy birthday.
Bonus Wednesday. With the constant fluctuation, uncertainty, and so forth, we have a new Fed chair. What's going to happen with interest rates in the short term remains to be seen, but in the long term, I think they're going to do what's best to get people into a space where they can afford to buy a home. With rates that we enjoyed a few years ago and didn't appreciate, Joe Biden took those away. But the time to think about making that type of move is now. And Alabama Home Mortgage especially loves to work with people over the long term. Plan ahead. Now, sometimes you got to make a decision. You got to buy, and you need somebody to get your mortgage done, and efficiency matters. And they're just as good in that regard as anything else. Madeline and Kim, they're fantastic people. But they're very happy and welcome people who are interested in buying a home but may not be quite ready. Let them guide you through the process. Take a look at what's available. Are prices going to go higher? Should we move sooner than later? They want what's best for you. Yes, they would love to get you that mortgage. That's how they do business. That is their business. But they ultimately really want to do what's best for you. So you're with an incredibly good, experienced, talented, and, in my opinion, very kind group of folks with Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223, 567-4223. Alabama Home Mortgage is an equal housing lender. Their NMLS number is 1586368. Give them a call and plan ahead. We're off to the traffic dungeon, just shy of 5.
Well, we have an accident on Taylor Road right at the ramp to I-85 northbound. It's in the no man's land there between the bridge traffic and the ramp traffic. Watch out, 3 vehicles involved. We have a police officer already on the scene there. Please watch out for folks walking around. Light to mostly moderate traffic everywhere else. We're really busy now. I-65 and 85, the boulevards. Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka reporting light to moderate traffic. If you have less than perfect credit, McKenna Nissan may have just the plan for you. Talk to David Martin. He'll do everything possible to have you driving today. McKenna Nissan, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery, Skywatch Traffic.
With a Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bob Agnew. Kelly Loeffler, administrator of the U.S. Small Business Administration, told the Salem Radio Network it's an honor to serve with President Trump.
There has never been a more important time for not just resolving so many national security issues, but economic security issues in this country. And President Trump is moving so quickly to do it on so many fronts. It's a great honor. It's very humbling every day to serve this great president, to serve our nation.
The typical CEO compensation package rose nearly 6% last year to $17.7 million. Tesla CEO Elon Musk made the most. A pay package valued at $132 billion. Donald E. Newhouse has died. He was president of one of the largest family-controlled publishing companies in the country. A winning session on Wall Street at the closing bell. The Dow was up by 182 points. NASDAQ up by 18. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bob Agnew.
We didn't say it, you did. Guests keep telling us Epicure and Jack's Tavern serves the best steak around. Wet-aged in-house, hand-cut, perfectly cooked. When people talk, we listen, and we keep doing what we do best. We invite you to come experience the difference for yourself soon. Epicure and Jack's Tavern. Come taste what everyone's talking about.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Bowen Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
And now, Dad Joke Theater.
Gloria, I've invented a new word.
Really? What's the new word you invented?
Plagiarism.
Join us again for another Dad Joke Theater.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm John Scott. President Trump said at his cabinet meeting today that Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton's big victory over Senator John Cornyn is just a preview of Republican victories in November. Alabama asking the Supreme Court to allow it to use a congressional map favoring Republicans in this year's elections, despite a lower court's ruling that the map intentionally discriminates against black people. The state filed an emergency appeal with the justices. A second person has died from injuries suffered when a chemical tank ruptured at a Washington state paper mill, raising the presumed death toll to 11. 9 people are still missing and presumed killed after a tank failure at Nippon Dynawave Packaging Company in Longview, a city of about 40,000 people. This is SRN News.
Meet Matthew Preston. Inside his apartment, everything he holds dear is protected by Progressive's Renters Insurance, like his laptop and a surprisingly valuable collection of baseball bobbleheads. Outside his apartment, his laptop is still protected, as are his bobbleheads, which he carries around with him for reasons no one knows. Renters, the limits of protection aren't just the 4 walls of your home. When you're in Progressive's Protection Zone, get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
One nation, under God. Here's Franklin Graham.
I'm inviting you to join with us and to pray for America. Pray that we, as individuals and as a nation, turn to the God of our fathers, the God of the Bible.
As we approach America's 250th, join Franklin in praying for our nation every day. A new prayer is posted daily at onenationundergod.com. Invite your friends and family to pray too. onenationundergod.com.
More beer, you slappy wag. There must be a bar. I can finally get a drink. I need to drink beer.
You need bar beers.
And as you know, I like my beer. Beer don't by itself.
I'm having a beer.
Yeah!
Come on down and party with me. Say, hey, bartender. Hey, man, look at here.
Free beer.
I'm a booze hound. I don't want your tunes all free for a glass of beer.
Okay, meet me at the bar in 15 minutes and suit up.
Would you like some more champagne?
I'd love some.
Who's ready for margaritas?
Fireball.
All right, last call, fellas. It's closing time. Ah, crap. I'm not even half buzzed. You give me 1, 2, 3, 4 glasses of beer. We came here to drink some beer.
There you go. It is 5:07. There's something on TV right now that is infuriating.
Oh, gosh. Is this...
The ICE facility. Masked protesters clash with agents.
This is happening now?
Yes.
Or it just happened?
And let me point out something I put on Facebook first thing this morning because it was the only way I can control my emotions about it. I will go to my page now and scroll down to it. Hopefully this scroll to works better than it was. They're out there. They want better accommodations. They don't want them there at all. They're all full of crap. They're all probably paid to be there for starters, because who with a life has time on a Wednesday to go protest at an ICE facility? But the story on Fox this morning, illegal alien charged with killing 4 young people in a wrong-way DUI crash in Oklahoma. 4 young people dead because this bastard, who does not belong in this country, who is here illegally, thought nothing of getting wasted and going for a ride the wrong way on a one-way street and killed 4 kids. And these a-holes are out there in New Jersey protesting. Let ICE do their damn job. Morons. I'm just sick about that. That was not the first story I needed to see this morning. This is what they're defending. This is why the Democrats are going to get annihilated in November, because this is what they care about. People that don't even belong here and have criminal records. They're more worried about them than the safety of their own families. I mean, they're insane. It's amazing. If ever a political party had a chance to literally, given what circumstances are today, gain an advantage, they're throwing it away with both hands because the crack pottery runs the Democratic Party. There's no moderate. There's no common sense. There's none of that. They're insane. Totally insane. So hang in there. Keep doing it. We appreciate the help. Hey, this is a sad story as long as I just hit on something that pissed me off. You got to be careful with those beach umbrellas.
Yeah.
Or even a patio umbrella. 56-year-old woman had one of those on her porch in South Carolina when a storm came through, lifted it from its, it's just sitting in one of those stands and blew it right through her.
Oh my gosh. Several years ago, before I had Remy, our house in Prattville had a pool, and we had a patio table with an umbrella out by the pool. And we literally had like a dust devil pick up out of nowhere in the backyard. And it picked the umbrella up and took it 30-something feet in the air into a tree and all over the place. I got Max out of the pool so fast because I was terrified of where it was going to come down.
Yeah.
I was like, we need to get out of here now. Get out of the pool. Get under the patio, by the house. Get away from that thing. But luckily, it came back right into our yard, so it didn't go into the neighbor's yard and impale their dog or something. But I was like, oh my gosh, can you imagine?
Yeah, that when you have the power of the wind behind it, it could become a very dangerous thing. So just a reminder, whether it's at the beach or in your backyard, something you don't want to have to pay a price like she did. That's for sure. 5:11. When you get home today, we're wearing the air. It's just so humid, and I see some large clouds to the south, so it looks like, let me look at Living for a Doppler. We're going to get another round.
I'm seeing a traffic on here.
Oh.
I-85 southbound at Ann Street, 18-wheelers involved, vehicles off on the left near the center divider and off on the right.
I'll have to watch that when I depart, because that's the route that I take. Maybe I'll just go down Bell End or Carter Hill. There are more storms headed our way, but they're going to be not quite as widespread as the ones that came through last night. The point being, when you enter your home, you want that, when it's this humid, even if the temperature isn't that bad, you like that nice, dry, cool air, that wall you walk through when you enter your home. And maybe you come home and it's not there because your system is not working because you kind of neglected it. I'll get around to it. I'll clean the filter. I'll change, whatever. A Clark's Club membership is the way to roll to prevent that from happening. And with an efficiently running system, they always leave it clean and using minimal electricity. That's one way to not only save the money, but guarantee service when you need it, because it is a machine and they can break. The older they get, the more less reliable they become in that sense. And at this time of year, you don't want to be standing in a long line of people waiting for an HVAC tech. With Clark's, you'll get priority service and somebody will be dispatched to address the situation. Same thing with their great team of plumbers who can diagnose and apply the fix to any situation that you may be dealing with. Plumbing generally can't wait. So again, a company that's ready to be there when you need them. It's a $180 investment that can truly pay for itself if your system is in relatively good condition. Get that insurance and that expertise a phone call away by reaching out at 277-2125 here in the 334. 277-2125. You can learn more at clarkcomfort.com. You can also buy a new system through them, like I did, and see just how unbelievably energy efficient and effective they are when it comes to changing temperature to what you would prefer. ClarkComfort.com, their Alabama certification number 09098 at 513. Brant joins us next.
Do you suffer every time you try to wear good-looking shoes, but you don't want to wear ugly shoes just because they're comfortable? The Good Feet store wants to help you wear heels, boots, and dress shoes again in comfort.
We're located at 7341 East Chase Parkway in the shops at East Chase. Now hiring.
We get this question all the time.
Do you handle that?
Buying or selling a home?
Yes.
Commercial?
Yes.
Land or investments?
Absolutely. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. One team.
Every real estate move. 334-322-0662.
Weather, a service of H&H Carpets, where right now, get a load of this, listen close, you get a house full of carpet for $19.95 installed. Unbelievable. They're located at 6450 Atlanta Highway, just across from Walmart.
Rich Thomas weather.
Well, hi, everybody. With tropical moisture locked in, look for very little day-to-day change in our forecast. Periods of showers and thunderstorms will be around just about any hour of the day, but especially in the afternoon and evening hours with locally heavy downpours in some towns. Highs will be in the middle 80s each day. Lows at night will be in the upper 60s to lower 70s. And this persistent pattern will be around right on through the upcoming weekend as well. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers.
I think that's pretty perverted.
Oh, it is. Hey, don't forget tomorrow night after the show will be at Smoky Notes, new restaurant on the boulevard in the Lagoon Park area where the It'll Do Tavern is. It's on the west side of the street, plenty of parking, and a really, really awesome menu with already debating between brisket with cheese. The sandwich menu is awesome. Or the smash burger. It's a good thing I don't have to make that decision right now because I'm already hungry. Anyway, we hope you'll join us over there. Should be there by about 6:15, 6:20. We'll do everything we can and welcome. And I think this restaurant deserves at least one shot at your business. So come and join us. It's been a while since we've had a gathering. SmokyNotes.com for more information. And if you scroll my Facebook wall, you'll find their menu there somewhere. We're just waiting on Brant McDonald, but I hear the movie may be joining us later this hour. Is this a true rumor?
Mm-hmm.
A trumor, as we call it?
A trumor.
All right. I love it when you guys chat and I can just eavesdrop with permission, of course. That's how you learn about women, right, guys? I mean, when they talk amongst themselves. If I'm not mistaken, this timely call should be Mr. Right on the Money. Brant McDonald from Invest Advisors, am I right?
Yes, sir. How you doing, Greg?
I am okay, but every morning when we talk about you, I always say, whatever happens today, this is the time to tune in and find out what it all means. So, the market up at the end of the day, a little bit on the Dow, 50,500. It wasn't that long ago that the market, the Dow, had dropped below 46. So it's recovered all of that in spite of the Iranian situation. Are we seeing anything changing with that today?
Well, I think the market obviously was somewhat depressed when the Iran war started. Over the last month or so, we've seen the market kind of climb that wall of worry, if you will, really sort of fully anticipating that we would eventually reach some sort of resolution to this. We've seen it show up in oil prices where they just haven't been volatile, certainly not like they were, 5-6 weeks ago. And it appears as of this moment that we are on the precipice of a deal. And we have seen oil prices really begin to confirm that in a way that it hasn't done in the last couple of weeks. And so we are seeing some downside there. We saw a tiny bit of relief in the Treasury bond yield market. And again, I know it's boring to everyone when I talk about bond yields. It just doesn't have the sizzle that the stock market does. But that really kind of helped a little bit today. And if you look at the averages across the board, the Dow, the S&P, and the NASDAQ, yes, we were up, but very, very, very mild. It wasn't a major rally by any stretch of the imagination. Right. As a matter of fact, at these levels, Greg, you could almost say we were basically flat. And the reason for that is because of this PCE report that's looming. And again, Kevin Warsh is now the Fed chair. So I think that PCE report is going to go a long way towards impacting bond yields. And I think at this stage of the game, it's the bond market that's going to take over and really start to guide this market more than anything else. And so that PCE report will be out in the morning. The headline expectation is 3.8% year over year. The consensus estimate among economists, if you look at the core rate, stripping out food and energy, which are extremely volatile, as we know, the core rate is a 3.3% estimate. And so I would submit to you that if we got a number that came in at certainly something with a 4 in front of it year over year, that would be a problem, I think, for the market because I think bond yields would tick higher. And again, stock prices typically are going to take their lead from bond prices. And the bottom line to this whole thing, Greg, I know it can get confusing for people, but when you look at all of the major scenarios, certainly inflation trends, but you have to compare that to what's happening with overall U.S. economic activity. And it appears that we should be on pace to close this year somewhere between 4.5% and 5.5% year-over-year U.S. GDP growth, which is in line with what Trump has wanted to do all along, which is to really rev up the economy, even if it meant a little bit of inflation, certainly something with a 3% sort of number, which, as you recall, Greg, a year ago, that's what we've been saying, and that was kind of our base case expectation, is that it was going to be extremely difficult to get down to the 2% level in an environment like this, certainly with the debt load that we had, and certainly with the playbook that Trump is trying to execute on, which is run the economy hot. And that's the central theme, and that's how we've sort of positioned client portfolios. And it's playing out pretty much that way. Now, no question about it, the Iranian situation is influencing the top line, CPI numbers. But I think if you were to strip out energy prices, even if you do that, I still think you're looking at a headline number that's around that 3.3% range. And so that number is not coming down. And so we'll have to monitor that through the rest of the year, certainly, as we hopefully get over this Iranian situation. And the thing, too, just remember that these indexes are right now still being carried by these tech names. There's a whole lot of hype in AI trade. Certainly AI is for real. It's going to be a game changer. But we are at some extremely lofty levels. I mean, really, and I've said, when you do all the comparative analysis on a relative basis, meaning you're trying to equalize things, you don't find these valuations. You have to go back to right before the dot-com bubble to find these extreme valuations that we have in the market. So it's really a market that's not for the faint of heart. You have to be extremely careful. And if you're investing in some of these companies today, you really have to be prepared to hold them for 10 years because it's going to be a wild ride along the way. But with that said, Greg, I mean, again, we've got strong economic activity. We'll monitor the inflation number in the morning, and certainly we're going to be focused on the Iranian situation as well. But also, I think any comments we get from Kevin Warsh as the Fed chair as it relates to this report would also be, helpful, I think.
Brent, I hope you can call in Friday morning around 8:30 when that number's out and give us a take on it, if you have time.
Well, it's actually going to be out tomorrow morning.
Oh, tomorrow.
So the PCE will be released tomorrow morning, and so we'll certainly be trading on that. I would think in a major way. We'll see how the market reacts. But like I said, Greg, just remember, if we come in line at that 3.8% headline number, that's going to be actually a sigh of relief, I think, for the market. And I think we could trade reasonably well tomorrow. If you come in at 3.9 and certainly a 4%, a print of 4 or more would probably spell trouble for the market, certainly in the short term.
Brett, we appreciate your time as always. Call tomorrow if there's breaking news.
You got it, buddy.
Thank
Y'all
you.
have a great night.
You too.
The opinions voiced in this material are for general information only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. All performance referenced is historical and is no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. The opinions expressed in this material do not necessarily reflect the views of LPL Financial. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice is offered through Invista Advisors, registered investment advisor and separate entity from LPL Financial.
Coming up, our first episode of What Chicks Think. as the movie Maven joins. I didn't mean that as a derogatory. I mean, what hot chicks think. How about that? Is that better?
Yes.
As the movie Maven joins Pamela and me here on Happy Hour. And we'll also visit the crap pile. And here's the topic. Next one up on the stack.
Uh-huh.
Single person luxuries that people in relationships completely miss out on.
Oh. Interested.
Yes, how does that sound?
Fascinating.
Great. Here's Skipper with more to report on the road. 524.
Well, we had an accident a little earlier, I-85 southbound right before Ann Street. They've got a lot of that accident off on the left near the center divider and off on the right as well. There are 2 lanes of traffic open at Ann Street on 85 southbound. Please use caution there. Watch out for folks walking around. Also, authorities wrapping up an accident, Taylor Road at the ramp to 85 northbound. Please watch out for it. That one should be clear momentarily. Very busy traffic everywhere this afternoon. We will keep you updated. Trentham State introducing the Ford Track Automotive Program, preparing students to become a certified Ford Automotive Service Technician. Go to trenthamstate.edu for more information. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
When it comes to your mortgage, who you work with matters. And this is one decision where local makes all the difference. Don't fall victim to flashy mailers, spam calls, or 1-800-lenders who don't even know your name, much less your neighborhood. Those lenders are often sitting in some faraway state, reading from a script, and chasing volume, not relationships. A local lender understands the market you live in, or should I say that we live in. At Alabama Home Mortgage, you can look at us in the eye and trust us with one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. Local lenders don't disappear after closing day. Our reputation is built right here, one family at a time. So before you pick up the phone and call a stranger, remember us, Kim Williams and Madeline Cannon at Alabama Home Mortgage. You deserve guidance from someone who knows the community because they're a part of it. Give us a call at Alabama Home Mortgage today at 334-567-4223 or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. That's Alabama Home Mortgage, because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
From weddings and concerts to cookouts and construction sites, TT Porta Toilets has been serving Central Alabama for over 30 years. Whether you need standard portable toilets with wash stations or upscale restroom trailers for special events, the Tierce family has the right solution for every occasion. So when you're planning your next big event or project, make it easy on yourself. Call 285-5513 or visit ttportatoilet.com. TT Porta Toilets. Clean, convenient, dependable.
At Blue Water Broadcasting, we believe great advertising starts with relationships. That's why so many local business owners trust us, not just for radio, but for digital too. If you're already running digital advertising and you're not seeing results, it may be time to explore your options. Our team takes the time to understand your business, then builds custom campaigns using a multi-channel conversion-focused approach. So whether it's digital display, social media, or you need help increasing your online presence, Blue Water Broadcasting can help. Before your next campaign, let's have a conversation. Visit bluewaterbroadcasting.com.
The River Region's News Talk Station. News Talk 93.1, WACV. News Talk 93.1.
You know, I had a feeling I might be twisting the dragon's tail out there with my cigarette, and guess what? I was. My error. Texas Senate race heats up. The Texas Senate race it's over. Do I still have that Tallarico clip? Yeah, I do. This is the guy that's going to be the Democrat in the runoff, or the November election, against Ken Paxton.
Did you share it?
I'm going to do that now. I was going to share the running of the bulls because the people that get involved in that are really stupid.
Did they just do that?
Yeah, we could play that clip.
Okay.
Because those who are watching on YouTube will get a kick out of it. But this is the guy that Ken Paxton will defeat.
This is Texas. This is not.
There are many more than two biological sexes. In fact, there are 6.
This is Texas. This is not.
The American flag is such a complicated symbol for most of us.
This is Texas.
More.
This is not.
They're going to call me a radical leftist.
You are.
This is Texas. This is not.
Something that you love, that's not family or friends.
I love, and I'm just saying this because it's on my mind, the trans children.
Wait a minute. Let
so
me.
weird.
I'm moving that back. Take a look at the space cadet on the left. She looks like she could be Spanberger's daughter. I'm telling you, libtards are a special race unto themselves.
She looks familiar to me.
But look, she's making eye contact with something that isn't there. She's got that silly-ass smile.
Yeah.
And look at him. He does look like Alfred E. Newman. Let's hear the rest of this.
Trans children.
This is Texas. This is not.
Our southern border should be like our front porch. There should be a giant welcome mat out front.
This is Texas. This is not.
It is now existential that we try to reduce our meat consumption. I am proud to say that our campaign has officially become a non-meat campaign.
This is Texas. This is not.
Too low T for Texas.
Seriously.
Honest to God. 6 sexes.
It's Tellerico with a lowercase t.
Oh, look at that. Well, isn't that clever? All right, I wanted you to see the Bulls clip.
Yeah.
Show this tab instead.
Bring me carnage.
I don't know about the audio in this, so I'm going to leave the audio up, but you don't need audio with this. Just...
Oh, gosh. That was an epic wedgie.
Ooh. Oh. These people wanted to do this with the Bulls.
Let's go watch this on YouTube.
Look at the Bull board his pants and pull them off. Yeah, taunt the Bull. Good idea.
Oh my gosh.
And now the Bull's flipping him like a pancake. Oops, you weren't that fast, were you?
Yeah. That's the slowest one.
Wow.
Oh gosh.
I think that horn went halfway up her rectum.
Oh my gosh. What is up with those people? Why would you do that?
They provoke the Bull to see if they can survive what the Bull's reaction. That's the dumbest.
Go find an adrenaline rush elsewhere.
Yeah,
Please.
I always root for the Bull.
Just go climb a ladder and have your friend kick it at the bottom and see if it falls over.
One question for the people that enjoy doing that.
How did you ever get so stupid?
All right, the Movie Maven joins us next on Happy Hour.
Well, our earlier accident at Taylor Road has cleared. We still have an accident, I-85 southbound at Ann Street. 18-wheelers involved. We've got vehicles off on the left near the center divider and off on the right at the ramp. Traffic is moving, all lanes open, but it is very slow through there all the way down to the interchange. Very busy everywhere else. Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka reporting light to mostly moderate traffic. Davis Door and Sash is your trusted source for quality replacement windows and doors. Save 10% on materials when you mention this ad. Visit DavisDoorandSashAlabama.com or call 334-288-6010. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
News is brought to you by Budget Floors and More, your new best friend.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, these are today's top stories. A homicide investigation is underway after a man was shot and killed Monday evening in Montgomery. MPD responded to the 30 block of Davis Drive shortly before 6 p.m., where 30-year-old Quintrell Martin suffered fatal injuries from a gunshot wound. Martin was pronounced dead at the scene. Details are limited, but investigators believe this was a targeted shooting, not a random act. The Southern Poverty Law Center on Tuesday asked a federal judge to dismiss all criminal charges filed against it. The Justice Department secured an 11-count indictment in April charging the SPLC with wire fraud and bank fraud. The state of Alabama has since opened its own investigation into the Montgomery-based organization. The city of Tuskegee will be receiving a $400,000 grant for a new automotive supplier facility. Governor Kay Ivey made the announcement on Tuesday. The block grant will pay for the infrastructure needed for the $160 million CPT America plant. The facility is to be built in Tuskegee Commerce Park and is expected to provide 187 new jobs. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Delray Publix.
Rich Thomas Weather, a service of Riverside Chevrolet Wetumpka. If it's Chevy, it's Riverside. Best price, best selection. Check them out on the web at riversideusa.net.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. With tropical moisture locked in, look for very little day-to-day change in our forecast. Periods of showers and thunderstorms will be around just about any hour of the day, but especially in the afternoon and evening hours with locally heavy downpours in some towns. Highs will be in the middle 80s each day. Lows at night will be in the upper 60s to lower 70s. And this persistent pattern will be around right on through the upcoming weekend as well. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Look for one thunderstorm around 8:02.
Live local talk. The River Region's only 24-hour News Talk FM station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Time for the Movie Maven, Miss Murray's Movie Minute, brought to you by AMS Studios. Relax, refresh, renew with AMS Studios at 95 Lightwood Road in Deatsville. AMSStudioMedspa.com or call 782-9711. We now welcome the Movie Maven, Ellen Murray. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi.
I am so glad you've been brought in to chat with Pamela because her circumstances have kept her away far too often. So
I know.
I'm glad you guys decided to have a conversation. Who's going to lead this one? Are you going to recommend to...
So
Pamela's in charge today.
I texted her a little while ago just to ask her if she had seen a particular show. And then I said, "Are you going to be on today?" And she said, "No, I didn't really plan anything." And I was like, "Well, we could talk about that and something else." So I texted her and asked her if she had seen Outlander. Have you ever heard of it?
Oh, yeah, that's all part of the Yellowstone.
No,
Oh, it ain't?
No, this is pre-Yellowstone.
Oh.
Yes, it's set in Scotland and then early American North Carolina.
Oh.
So it's I mean, I would say it's a fantasy series because there's time travel, but it's mostly like a love story. It's very good.
Love stories are for chicks, man.
Oh, come on.
Well, there's plenty of action in this. It takes place. There are a couple wars that take place that people fight in during it.
Uh-huh.
So.
Yeah, war.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more manly.
This is old school war, like in old Scotland and old America.
I was a little intimidated by the idea of them because the books are like a couple thousand pages each.
Yes.
And there's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's 8 seasons of this, and they just wrapped up the whole series. I have not seen the final season. So they release it on Stars, but the first 6, I think, are on Netflix. So I started watching it a while ago on Netflix. But it is so good. So good.
Well, I took a little gander at a preview, and I saw that most of the men are really good looking and they have Scottish accents, so I'm in. I'm willing to give it a try.
There are a lot of good looking guys, and yes, many have Scottish accents.
My friend Marianne has checked in and says it's good.
It's very good. And there are some like graphic scenes and a storyline that's semi-uncomfortable, but mostly it's about unenduring love. So
I like it.
I've enjoyed it. But also, I wanted to tell you that I find it hilarious that my 18-year-old son called me, if he FaceTimed me or something, a week or so ago and told me he was watching the new I Know What You Did Last Summer. which is a remake of a movie that came out when I was in high school,
It was
I think.
in the 90s, wasn't it?
Late
Right.
90s, like 1999-ish.
Yeah.
So I gave him a list of all of like the good teen slasher movies and like teen comedies that came out when I was in high school for him to watch.
Oh, fun.
So I included like the original I Know What You Did Last Summer and I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. And then movies like Final Destination, which there are way too many of those now, but the original is good. And then The Faculty, which is a weird one that was like set in a school back then. It is an alien movie.
Oh.
It's good. And then Jeepers Creepers. That's another scary one.
I know these titles. I haven't seen them.
Yeah,
I've heard of them.
they were big teen movies, like, and then of course like the comedy ones are more like 10 Things I Hate About You, which is based on Shakespeare.
I love that one.
Yes, love that. The Taming of the Shrew, but modern.
We did a live version of that on the morning show for a while, but we lost interest.
So
have you seen one called Easy A with?
I love
Emma,
Easy A.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pray
Scarlet
tell, what
Letter.
is Easy A? What's the A that's so easy?
It's like the Scarlet Letter stands for adultery.
Oh.
Yeah.
But she's pretending to be a slut to get like props in the school or to like she's like selling.
Doesn't
to
she make
nerdy
money off of
guys.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, she's letting nerdy guys say that she made out with them so that they can get
They get like cred.
That's a very
money.
enterprising idea, actually, when
Yeah.
you think about it.
Have you seen The Duff? Have we talked about that?
No, I don't think I have heard of it even.
The Duff is hilarious. It's another like teen-esque comedy, but it stands for the designated ugly fat friend.
Oh.
So it's this like I think she's a teenager or in college, but she finds out basically that the pretty girl that she's best friends with, she is like the buffer, like who guys talk to get to the pretty friend.
Oh.
Or I think it's two friends. They have like a 3-person friend group, but she's the Duff. She's approachable and funny, and people use her to get to the prettier girls. And so she rejects that, and she gets really mad at her friends. And then there's like this whole storyline with her and her male best friend, and of course they end up together at the end because it's a rom-com. But it's a cute movie.
Okay, Miss Murray, what are you recommending back to Pamela? We did.
I'm just reminded of Jawbreaker, a movie from back then. Do you remember it?
Love that movie.
Jawbreaker.
Yes.
Kind of like a Mean Girls, but they are doing a prank on this girl, and they put a giant jawbreaker in her mouth, and
She actually
right?
dies. She
Yeah.
dies. And she's in one of their trunks.
And this is a comedy?
Yeah. It's a black comedy.
I would
Okay,
say.
Have
Like
you
Heathers.
seen Drop Dead Gorgeous along the same vein?
Is that like she's a pageant?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. With Denise Richards.
Do you know they remade Heathers into a TV show in like modern setting, but it was absolutely horrible.
I believe it.
I saw the first
remember
one.
It had a
Yeah.
duff in it. The first one was great.
Yep.
But it did not need to be redone.
I'm trying to think. There's another one. But I'm a Cheerleader. Have you ever seen that one?
Oh, I've thought about watching it. I know exactly what you're talking about, but I haven't seen it.
That I remember that one from when I was a teenager. That was interesting. Oh gosh, there's so many good ones. It was a good time in like the late 90s.
For real, they were just pushing the boundaries with what they could get away with, I think.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. I've been asking people who have watched The Burrows
Yes.
for their reaction, and I got a response this afternoon.
I need to look that up.
I watched a couple of episodes of The Burrows with Gina Davis, and she was 32 years old when she was Beetlejuice Davis.
Mm-hmm.
She's now 70 and still sounds like she's gasping to say anything, and her facial expression looks as stiff as ever. I think she looks like a ventriloquist that doesn't have a dummy.
She does.
Yes, she does.
Anything words come out, and I can't move anything because of Botox.
Yeah. It's
Very hard.
interesting.
One of those people that tries to lose weight by wiring their jaw shut so they can only have liquid.
That's what I was just thinking. It's like her jaw is wired shut.
I don't think I'd be good for that system. I'd be asking for pliers like after about 3 hours. Enough of this. Did we miss anything?
I don't think so.
I can't think of it.
What's the best thing either of you watched, movie or series, in the last month or so? I'm voting for. Have you seen Remarkably Bright Creatures?
No, I do still need to watch that.
Yes! That would be
gonna
my
have to-
vote. That gets my vote. I loved it, even with Sally Field in it.
Okay.
You stole my answer.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm an answer thief.
I don't know. I haven't watched anything new recently. So, I
You
mean,
can watch
Hot
that with the
Fuzz. I
kids.
watched Hot Fuzz, and that's like one of my favorite comedy movies ever. So,
Let me say about Remarkably Bright Creatures, like the people that I've seen praising it are from every walk of life. I mean, like young, old, pagan, Christian. Like there's no like genre of person that is like, that's not for me. Who doesn't love a heartfelt octopus movie?
Well, it was. Plus, Alfred Molina he should get an Emmy or something for that octopus. That movie wasn't in theaters, right?
I'm
It
gonna
was
try to
just straight
remember to watch it
to
tonight.
streaming.
I don't think it was. That's kind of how Netflix does their stuff. Like,
Yeah.
They pay for it to get made, and then they get all the money.
Pamela
But
is.
honestly,
Go ahead.
nothing else that I've watched lately has stood out in any way, so that's all I had to offer.
There's a movie coming out this weekend that Rich Thomas and I plan to see called Pressure, about the most important weather forecast in history. I know that's really a chick flick, isn't it? A movie about weather forecasting and D-Day. And
oh, okay.
I'm teasing, but I would like to do a review on that if I can.
Yeah, I'd love to hear your take on that, and both of you actually.
About what?
Pressure. It's coming out this weekend, and Rich and I are going to go see it in the theater.
Okay, wait. Remind me what that is, because I remember seeing a.
About the most important weather forecast in history, the D-Day, and
Oh,
whether or
yes.
not conditions would allow them to start it.
Yes.
So we're looking forward to that one.
We just got a caller who said, I definitely have to watch that movie, Remarkably Bright Creatures.
Oh, yeah.
And then also said he watched Untamed at your recommendation, then the ending was so weird. And that made me want to watch it.
She digs the weird,
I do.
Miss Murray. Well, thank you for taking time out of your afternoon to join us. I really have missed the two of you chatting
I know.
on the show. Well done.
It's fun.
Both
I
of
miss you, Pamela.
I miss you too.
All right.
And we'll talk to you
This call
soon,
is being
Ellen.
recorded.
Oh.
What? I didn't record
This
it.
call is no longer being recorded.
That's the government
Excellent.
barging in at 5:47.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. 5 reasons to get a home inspection before you close on a home. Homeowners buying their first home or their 10th home still need a home inspection performed. First, you will find out firsthand the true condition of the home, the age and state of the heating and air, the roof, electrical, and plumbing as of the date of inspection. Second, it may give you the ability to renegotiate repairs that the seller will end up paying for before closing. Third, if the results show that the repairs would be too costly, then you can opt out of the contract without losing your earnest money. Fourth, the age and state of the systems will indicate what shape the rest of the house might be in and give you the option to opt out of the transaction or renegotiate terms. Fifth, knowing what needs to be done to the house will allow you the opportunity to update the home properly to your taste. For a list of the best home inspectors in the area, call Bo Goodson at the Goodson Group at 334-221-2883 or 551-0225. The Goodson Group.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-444-2013. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-444-2013. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-444-2013. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-444-2013 or biglou.com.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
Dewan Walker has been an Alabama Power customer since 1999.
We're being squeezed on every side. We hear about Alabama Power freezing their rates. That's the best news we can get. Alabama Power rate freeze will provide real relief for Alabama working families. Alabama Power is protecting their customers by making data centers pay their full costs. It makes me feel at peace. Alabama Power is really stepping up and doing what's right for customers.
I was in foot pain for 20 years, trying to give it relief, buying all these different insoles. Drugstore insoles, custom insoles. I spent thousands of dollars. I bought all these products, and not a single one worked. I really, truly needed to have relief in my feet. And the Good Feet arch supports were what gave me the relief I needed.
For over 20 years, we've been helping people like Teresa actually live the life they love without their feet getting in the way.
They wanted to make sure that I got something that my feet felt good in, not somebody else's feet. I love the fact that I can wear these arch supports in all my shoes. I have boots, I have cowboy boots, I have running shoes, I have walking shoes, I have flat shoes, I have heels. It makes me so happy. If you ask my husband, he will crack up because there is no store I would rather go in than a shoe store. I'm Teresa, and that's my Good Feet story.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
We're located at 7341 East Chase Parkway in the shops at East Chase. Now hiring.
On FM, on your smartphone, and online, the River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Okay there, Pamela.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Are you familiar with Casey Kasem?
Yes, of course. I grew up listening to him.
I wasn't sure.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to play an outtake from a recording session from American Top 40. Because Casey Kasem couldn't ad-lib if his life depended on it. Everything he did was scripted. All right? Well, and this is funny. This happens. I've had my own outtake situations where I went ballistic or whatever. And then we're going to play, and I'll explain why I'm playing this afterwards. But enjoy. Many of our listeners have heard this before.
And this one is about kids and pets and a situation that we can all understand, whether we have kids or pets or neither. It's from a man in Cincinnati, Ohio, and here's what he writes. Dear Casey, this may seem to be a strange dedication request, but I'm quite sincere, and it'll mean a lot if you play it. Recently, there was a death in our family. He was a little dog named Snuggles, but he was most certainly a part of... Let's start again. From coming out of the record. Play the record, okay? Please.
Losing patience.
See, when you come out of those up-tempo damn numbers, man, it's impossible to make those transitions, and then you got to go into somebody dying. You know, they do this to me all the time. I don't know what the hell they do it for, but if we can't come out of a slow record, I don't understand it. Is Don on the phone? Okay, I want a concerted effort to come out of a record that isn't an up-tempo record every time I do a damn death dedication. Now, make it, and I also want to know what happened to the pictures I was supposed to see this week.
Ooh.
Just a last damn time, I want somebody to use his brain to not come out of a damn record that is, that's up-tempo, and I got to talk about a dog dying. Hi, this is Casey Kasem. American Top 40 has moved to a new time. I hope you'll join me this Saturday morning and every Saturday morning at 2.
All right. The reason I played it was just for those who don't remember or are not familiar with Casey Kasem. He had one of those. He's the reason the radio went out of business on AM, because they all talked like him with that phony, insincere. Anyway, you're familiar with the artist Drake?
Yes.
Drake, none of us on the morning show could sing a Drake song if our life depended on it, but we know who he is. He's got 41 songs in the Hot 100 right now.
Yeah, he released like 3 records at once, didn't he?
Yeah. And to his credit, I mean, people are buying his product, so good for him.
He is a very popular artist. Yeah.
No doubt about it. I know he's won a bunch of awards and things like that, some Grammys, etc. But how would Casey Kasem deal with that today if the American Top 40 was all Drake? Listen.
I'm Casey Kasem. Before the break, it was the number 2 song from Drake. Number 2 ran to Atlanta, which takes us to our number 1 song of the week. And no surprise, it's from Drake. Just like 41 of his other songs on the Hot 100 this week. At number 1, it's Janice STFU, which stands for Shut the... Is Dawn on the phone? Every week I can't have a number 1 song that has profanity in the song title. Is Dawn on the phone? Get Dawn on the phone. 42 songs in the top 100? Something must be screwy with the way they rate these days. I prefer the old days when an artist only had 1 song on the charts. Like Carl Douglas, Kung Fu Fighting. Let's get this done. I've got to do a Scooby-Doo in 30 minutes.
That was fun. I could have done a better imitation than he did.
Yes, you could have.
I'm Casey Kasem. All right, it is 5:56. We should end our stream.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching us today on the YouTubes, and it was great to have Pamela back on the screen with me. I do my best to be something worth looking at on TV. Do I make it?
No.
Okay. I tried. Anyway, this will be our final traffic update from Skipper.